Anyway.
Imagine not just having a big piece of meat between your legs.
What?
Fucking inferior gender looking ass.
What a start to the session.
What
Okay.
possible mark do you get for specking this way?
In
All right.
in 2025.
All right, let's just get it started now, so I can
Okay,
actually like.
sure, whatever.
First news that's deleted.
I'm here now this
in
time.
5 years.
Yay. We trade one person for another.
Actually, you traded 2 people for 2 people.
Ironic, isn't it?
It's amazing.
The timing. It was all part of the plan, you see.
Oh no.
What? I just hear a huge snap and then like, oh no.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no.
No.
Ah shucks.
Papega. There you go.
Papega. Hmm.
I
Papaggers.
drew a bigger version so people can find it.
You have Papega and you have Papagger.
At some point, because of the like anti-SJW messages, like eventually the videos gets deleted in like 5 or 10 years
No one
probably.
mentioned any SJWs. Why
To-
see,
No,
now,
but I mean-
now you've added it to the index.
To be honest,
I indexed
no, hold on. Let me just put it out there.
It's been indexed.
I'm bisexual, right?
It
But
is
you
written.
guys are fucking gay. You guys might not be into dudes, right? Like you guys might not be homosexuals. That's fine. That's up to you. But you guys are fucking gay.
What do you mean up to? No, whatever. I'm not having this conversation.
You're gonna index
Well,
it
it-
more. Greg's videos
So-
being deleted.
Come on, let's just get this fucking
Alright,
started
alright.
already. It's
I
not
also
dicking
want to
around.
start,
Right.
Yes, let's do it.
Greg, this is all your fault for putting in.
I
the-
know, but this is a pre-stream. This is like pre-stream almost.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Everyone wants to watch a video.
Wait, Greg. I remember someone talking about those fucking random ass rolls.
Which
At
one?
some point, I don't know. There's one roll that players can just do, and it's fucked.
Are you
They
talking
did
about
all
Test of
sorts
Fate?
Random shit. Yes.
Yeah, Greg's not doing it this time.
Ah, orgasm.
It would have
that's very
been.
nice.
I would have done it, but it's already been done so many times. I want to.
I mean-
Gotta have a break
I
in
mean-
between, you know.
I mean, the Test of Fate fucking sucks, and I think it breaks the game.
That's kind
but
of
if
the
it was
point,
here,
though.
But if it was here, I would do it immediately.
Actually, just so you know, it actually got a lot better because Greg's actually more generous now and not a complete asshole about it.
Greg?
This is what
do me a
Test of
favor
Fate.
and just-
Do you know what
yeah,
Test
could
of
you
Fate
just
sums
give-
up?
Could you just give me a Test of Fate, like right now? Just do it right now.
It's not gonna do
Right,
Just
anything.
immediately.
It's not gonna
No.
do anything. But let's see what you would have gotten.
Okay.
Papega.
Greg knows that if it's funny enough, he'll give me it anyway.
That
That sounds
11
like
seems
that.
scary.
That's no good.
So
Allow me
What?
to elaborate a little bit.
fucking the Megamind intro. So it probably couldn't get any worse than this, huh? But to really explain my situation, we have to go back to
Back
the
to the
beginning.
past.
What's your alignments, David?
No, but before you get
Uh,
before it gets any bad, you gotta go back to the past. Samurai. Just keeps adding like
I'm,
shitty jokes.
I'm
Into-
neutral evil.
Troll evil.
Let's
Put a pin in that.
let's just say the 44 does nothing.
Yes, we all agree with that.
So
But the 11.
would you like to reroll the 44?
Yes, please. I don't like doing nothing.
Well, there's
The
minor.
best thing about Test of Fates is it could literally be anything. The height or length of the number gives no gauge as to if it's good or bad.
That is true sometimes.
Yes, it is, and sometimes it's just fuck you. That's just the whole logic of it.
All right, what? Lay it on me. What does it do?
What alignment are you
11.
choosing for which?
Neutral 11, evil 75.
Well, you're getting a scapegoat of some sort.
What?
If you
What do you
were
mean scapegoat?
if I were to like if I was gonna let you have this,
Mm-hmm.
let's just say you have you have a double. You have a body double that is apparently a fucking zombie.
Fuck,
Hey,
that's
awesome.
thematic.
That was an awesome.
That looks that it will easily take the blame for whatever you do until he gets
Yes.
lynched.
Fuck yes. And
11.
because it's a zombie, it won't die like immediately. So they'll like have to execute it multiple times.
And they're like they just decapitate the zombie and it's like, fuck, it's still moving.
Fuck damn it.
Let's just slice it. Then they just get like the meat slider thing. You know how they have those like meat slicers? They're just like, alright, we're gonna have to do it by slice then. And they just start like fucking
We're just gonna have to toss it in the sawmill.
just turn the zombie to meat man.
Holy shit, that's epic.
Rotten meat man.
So was that the 11 or the 75?
That was the 75.
That was
11 is
75
probably
people?
personally the 11 would probably be like something really bad. I would say like, let's see, what would be bad for an evil person?
What is neutral 11?
I feel like neutral.
75 evil.
The thing is, I never gave them like actual hard details for those two. So it's kind of just like I'm like, what would I do with it?
Neutral 11.
All right, I got an idea here. I got an idea. I got you, man.
Fuck.
There is a level 7 bounty hunter on your guy now.
Got a what?
Epic.
A level 7 bounty hunter that specifically is designed to kill him.
There's some dude out there. He's level 7 and he wants to fuck me up.
But
Greg,
anyway, in all seriousness, this is just a. But you see, this is just a.
Greg, this is a self-contained test of fate. The bounty hunter goes after the body double, and none of it does anything except there's some guy hunting some guy that looks like me.
This is just a theory, a game theory.
Greg, does that mean there's a potential for a level 20 to hunt stat early game?
Alright. So,
Just saying.
I could roll a 20. Yes.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Yep.
Just imagine having a level 20.
Instant
death
death,
and
pick a new
and you
character.
roll that 20.
Well, not really, because it wouldn't be immediate.
Yeah, at that point you gotta start lifting and start lifting immediately.
You gotta hit the ground running.
Yeah, you gotta get pumped for that fight. You gotta start the training montage and start it fucking now.
All right. So let's
Alright.
actually get this going now. So you arrived at. So most of you arrived at the town of Treston, which after your incompetent bandit situation that you incurred last session.
Yeah, there were like only 5 of them. We were expecting like a whole compound, and
You got the bare
guys
minimum
outside.
for it that would classify as a bandit camp. You got the bare fucking minimum.
You're like, there are 2 additional guys outside. We're like, what the fuck?
It was 4 actually.
It still didn't mean shit.
I'm not saying
They
it
got
did. I'm just stating a fact.
We literally auto-resolved the
Yeah.
fucking combat.
Oh, I gotta adjust my volume a little bit on my stream. Alright, this seems better now. It's not hitting the yellow as often. Because it was starting to peak. Okay.
Peak performance.
Anyway. So there's currently two people that party members have yet to enter the group. Since that's MK and I guess Phalanx. What do you want to be called, Phalanx? You want us just to call you Phalanx or something else?
I mean, if you want to, PJ is also fine.
Okay, PJ.
Yeah, it's a little bit easier.
Mm.
Yeah. So, MK, your character was still in an inn somewhere in Treston. I didn't even realize what was even happening, for the most part, until like several days in, when you realize no one showed up. Well, your buddy didn't show up, pretty much.
Yeah,
Actually, correction, 2 buddies, because there was technically you're like a group of 3 originally.
we were indeed.
As for
Well,
PJ, you just arrived in Treston. Like you were currently getting ready to you were currently on your travels and such, and you just arrived at Treston. As what you were probably looking for is kind of entirely up to you, but that's currently your most recent stopping point. Is you just arrived at Treston, pretty much. What you did in the past is, well, whatever you feel like would make sense for your character. I don't think you had time to make a proper backstory yet, so
Fair.
since you were having difficulties with the class.
I rewrote my backstory a little bit to be a little better, but probably means not much.
Alright, so, what do you guys want to do? Since currently
Well,
PJ's on the outskirts
Tungsten
of
knows
town,
what to do. Tungsten knows what to do, obviously.
and let's head back to Leusen.
Literally looking for Leosin or like information.
Well,
or
you know where he
anything.
is.
Oh, I do know? Where is he? Exactly.
In an inn that you were probably staying at before the incident.
The incident.
Okay, so I searched there and I just see if he's like still there after like 3 days, it seems.
God, I
Right?
fucked up my. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo my spells because I fucked some shit up.
Okay.
Oh no.
It's not the
Well,
it takes a few tries, I guess.
Well, it's just because I could have given myself a novice with freaking student of magic, and I forgot to do that, which means
You
I
forgot
can
to
actually
incorporate your
get up.
so you forgot to
did
incorporate your
too.
student magic. Okay.
I did too. That's why my mana
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah, point is I can downgrade conjuration, and then I'll have enough points to get necromancy to adapt,
Okay.
so I can fucking so.
So you're
novice,
you're
which-
fixing your skills. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to redo my spell list and shit. But if combat's not imminent, it's fine.
So the town of
there's my
Treston, just as a little bit of insight into the town of Treston, is often used as an in-between point between going to Chris, the Decayed Lands, or Talus. Like there's a long road between. There's a long road ahead for all 3 of those regions, and essentially, Treston's often used as a stopping point for travelers because of the fact that they tend to. It's one of the few areas within that road path that actually has a proper agriculture system, so they actually have a good surplus of food. Which,
That's actually-
in other words, it's often used as a stopping point for travelers. Because the areas around, unless they're going to Lindis, it is a long travel in any direction. So basically, because like technically Lindis would be like 30 miles to get into, but Chris to get to even Hork or something would be like 120 miles, and if you try to go to the other town, it would be like 150. Here, it's kind of just it basically is like almost 100 miles just to get anywhere else. So, yeah, a lot of traveling. A lot of like traveling supplies and stuff are often made and stored in Treston because people have to frequent there a lot just to get from point A to point B in any of the other regions besides Lindis.
So it's essentially it's like a highway town.
Yes,
It's like a midway.
it's treated as a midway town because of that.
Epic. This seems like a cool place.
And it often gets its
Meanwhile,
supplies from the town of Pelton, since Pelton is a mining town, not too far away from it. Well,
That explains all the mining.
Rewrote my
no, that was just some bandits.
Um,
Well, keep in mind, Hydral itself is a highlands. It has a lot of mountainous and like sections and such, and it's completely bordered and it's completely surrounded by spiraling mountains as well, and
Yeah,
with the exception of the northeastern part of it.
Who wouldn't mine near the mining town?
where you guys were near the mountain border Decay Lands as well, which took you guys about like a day or two to probably get. It took you almost like a day to get out of it. After being stuck there for 3 days.
I would say probably after the second day of them not reappearing, it's when there's probably now poorly drawn, like missing posters put up on poles about Treston, with just fish caricatures of uranium and
It just shows like this.
Like what?
It's just that. Poorly drawn image of a fish.
The head, probably just the head, but then also like with a shirt on it, with like a drawn tree for tungsten, and then uranium. It's just the same thing.
What is your
but
character's fucking? Wow, your character has good dexterity in it.
Look, just because you got some good dex doesn't mean you're artistic.
Yeah, but
True.
it's probably
True
finely
fact.
made. It's
Yeah,
poorly designed, but for fine.
It is what you would call a high quality shit post drawing.
What?
You know,
the-
There you
like
go.
that. That's about-
What the
that's
fuck
about-
is this?
Yeah,
Hold on, what the fuck is this
Yeah.
even now? It's just like,
yeah.
The tail isn't in the right place.
you know what
this
it
is how-
reminds me of? It reminds me of a bootleg fucking cartoon character. Like,
And then you got uranium here with there's his big chunk, then there's his tiny shield, and then there's his big shield.
that's great. This looks like a
And there you go,
bootleg.
yeah. And so that's what's covering the town now, like on several poles, just misting posters. Have you seen these fish?
Man, how did we miss that on our way into town? Because we've been like in town for like a few days,
It's been like
I'm-
2 days.
I'm just gonna leave this here. Enjoy.
and we just missed that.
Brazilian
That's
bootlegs.
Meanwhile, you
Oh,
just see Tungsten like immediately like checking like the inn or something
I would say Leoson's
when we
most
get to
like-
that.
Yeah. What time of day would it be by the time they get in?
Probably. Let's see. Assuming they left around like the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's probably evening. It's probably getting dark out.
All right, then Leoson's obviously in the bar area, probably having a dinner of some sort.
Okay, and I try not to sneak up. I just try to say hello in the most obvious way.
In the most monotone way possible. Gotcha.
But I'd probably scare him. I don't know, like because they never seen me for like 3 days.
Hello. Ah!
So Leoson turns around. It's like, Tungsten, where have you been?
He said that he got into some trouble and was enslaved by bandits, basically.
Wait, you've been enslaved for 3 days? You look about the
Yeah,
same.
pretty much.
Where's your uranium?
Oh, uranium is safe. We all came back. We were with others as well, but we all got out eventually. They actually were pretty incompetent. Actually, I don't know why we were enslaved by these people. Actually, feel disappointed.
I know.
Yeah,
I mean, you
we
shouldn't
kind of
feel
suck.
You shouldn't feel disappointed for being enslaved. That's kind of not your fault.
No, but like we kind of suck. They really they suck.
They somehow got the drop on you guys.
I don't.
I just imagined that we were, for my character, I just imagined it was like hard asleep like a rock.
No.
They just
all got
dragged
us
you
once we were
like
taking
several
a-
miles.
They put the little carrot. Oh man, what is that thing called? With
How,
the little
first of all, how the
can
fuck would
on
they
the
even
bottom?
carry Fernandez's character?
Ooh, a
then?
piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy. Ooh, a
Teamwork.
piece of candy.
Lots and lots of teamwork.
Yeah, bro. Just you put the dolly under them, and then you kick it up, and you just wheel them to the location.
They just have a
Man,
fucking
they-
wheelbarrow, and they're just using
They
that.
sucked so bad. It was real embarrassing to be captured by them. They got me whilst I was on the shitter.
I think we all agree never speak of this again.
So you're saying they got you with your pants?
Yeah, I was
before-
literally in the middle of taking a shit, and they were like, "Ha ha!" and
You're-
they fucking grappled me.
Truly a warlock's most vulnerable position.
Tungsten,
Literally
like
squatting in the woods.
before we all conclude, Tungsten just explains.
You guys like an old dude or
that
something,
they were
right?
we were unarmed. We couldn't really fight except maybe like Tungsten could like slap them, which isn't much.
With his minus
Oh,
5
hold on.
strength. With his 5 strength.
Well,
I
it's
could have, I could have teleported away, but at that point
Sorry,
I
I
was
got
so
distracted.
embarrassed that they'd literally caught me taking a shit that I was flustered. Took me 3 days to gather up the courage to stand up to them after that. Just look them in the eye. It was horrible.
I mean, at least it's good that you're all right.
It was
Yeah,
a
I
nightmare
wasn't
of
really
insecurities.
So his disappointment was immeasurable and his day was ruined.
Yep.
I was just worried for you, not seeing you. And like I don't know if you were gonna like get like lost or something looking for me or something. I was really worried.
I mean,
Or if you got caught by bandits.
I mean, I put up posters about the town when I saw you weren't here. I was thinking about going out into the wilderness, but I was hoping to find a guide for that first. But now that you're here, I don't have to worry about it at the least.
Yeah, and Tungsten basically explains that he's just basically concerned because he doesn't want you getting hurt basically.
Well, that's understandable. You should dodge being hurt yourself, though. But since they seemed incompetent, I guess I didn't have to worry.
As a
Pretty
recap,
much, like
one of them tried
they
to
tried to stab.
alright, hold on.
Glad
As
They
a,
you
tried to
guys
stab
in the
me.
shithole to begin with.
alright, so hold on. As a recap,
Mhm.
one of the bands did manage to slash Scorpio and it did nothing. It did absolutely nothing to him. Despite hitting, it did nothing.
Indeed. Leosin wouldn't know that though unless Tungsten gave him that particular piece of
Just as a
information.
recap to anyone
To
who's
be out,
understanding.
no, Leosin knows about Tungsten's relative defense. Not too
Yeah.
much, but relative. Like
It's true.
The fact that you can literally stop a sword with it.
Hey, bro. Those Twinkie rolls will save a life.
No, they won't.
They'll save their
Meanwhile,
own life because they'll
like-
last
End
forever,
one, though.
basically.
Tungsten basically asked Leosin a random piece of information, like does he know how expensive a featherweight backpack is? He just wants to know. He's just asking you randomly, even though you might not know.
I guess. Do I know?
Because like he thinks you're like you're a smarter like character probably, so he asks basically.
I do have a high end. Would to know the average cost of that, like Gregory, would that be like a roll of some
Let's
sort?
see, a backpack of storing would probably be worth a few, like probably 20 grand or something. If you wanted one.
Very
He says
It's very expensive.
At the moment, it is.
Tungsten says he doesn't want to spend nearly all of his allowance on that. Plus, he barely can't afford it, so he's probably gonna think about that later.
That's probably.
And then, yeah. He's not gonna say why he wants it. He just wants it for some reason.
You see, he wants to carry you in his bag.
Is that uranium talking?
In the
Is that
distance, you
character?
hear a weird
He
voice.
wants to carry you. I mean, that would be a nice ride, I would say.
He just says this for reasons.
Well, I'm sure we can find one at some point. Who are the other people you said you came with? Said you had.
One of
others
them
besides-
fucked off, by the way. In the background, you apparently lost touch of him after entering the town. The other one is currently still following you guys. Not saying anything. He's just there.
Mm-mm. Hi
I see.
there.
It's almost as if no one knows. It's almost as if no one is actually there.
Mm.
And then there's Arbuckle.
Yep.
Yeah, he just says he met these folks in within the mining camp basically, and we all broke out, and it was quite a
Mm.
slaughter.
I see.
Despite everything, it was a slaughter.
Man, being a slave is a nice workout, though.
I mean, possibly if you had a lot of physical labor. but it's
We
good
were
to-
mining.
Vincent says it's the last time he ever wants to work out.
Agreed.
Meanwhile, there's so you guys are in the inn pretty much, right?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
gonna-
So, what do you do, PJ, since you're in the town? Since you just arrived in the town of Treston.
Mhm.
There's currently an inn, a few other buildings as such that you probably would have to go into to figure out what they are. And
Yeah. I'm gonna go buy some oak.
you go to a general store. You,
Man,
you just
why do you need all
or
that
you find
oak?
Yeah, no
Or
one
you-
buys oak.
Yeah. I got
Well,
oak.
that's what
Fucking
he-
oak dealer.
The juicy oak.
you go to, so you pretty much end up going to like finding a general store after several after opening several doors and finding the wrong store. Apparently, it's not very
Yeah, it
obvious.
is accurate.
And
Yeehaw.
oh wait, your character has charisma. No wonder.
Hot damn.
So you eventually find the store owner, and apparently he's selling. Yeah, he's selling firewood. It's basically just oak. He's got like a couple. He's got like a few, like 20 pounds of it just lying around in a bundle.
Extra portable oak.
You never know when you need firewood and you're too weak to fucking cut it yourself.
That's true. Yeah,
it
this
is.
will do.
It's super inexpensive.
Oh fuck it, then we're gonna buy some oak.
It's like 2 DR per pound.
That's
I got
actually pretty
I think I have a
expensive.
strength of 2. How much oak can I carry?
Well, you
Wait,
can only
oh
carry
my
10
goodness.
pounds.
Wait, you actually have 2 strength?
Yes.
You can only carry
Oh.
10 pounds before you get hindered.
Fuck.
Yeah,
He's
that's
paralyzed,
bad.
basically.
That's bad.
Can
He's
you
paralyzed.
support your own body weight?
I think I can.
It's hinted that he barely can.
Yeah,
With your
but,
pun-
like, but he's,
So
but he's
I'm
I'll
just,
get his
just a
word
word of
paralyzed.
warning. Your puppet controller is 3 pounds. So you and your figurines are a pound. So you basically have 4 pounds of stuff on you at the moment.
Yeah.
You can, like,
I'm gonna
Yeah,
get.
sure.
Are you including the
Two
robes? His clothes, Greg?
Depends. Did he get clothes?
Are you naked?
was he just a wild man in the woods or something?
I may be wrong, but I think I'm a robot. Or whatever those.
Well,
Or
if you-
whatever the.
Oh
Are
wait.
you a naked robot?
All
Kyrians
right. So
are.
if you have robes, that's an extra 4 pounds. That means 8 pounds of carry is already.
Alright.
wait, he's visibly
Unless you,
a robot. Like, why-
actually, if you,
Now the interesting point is I have a minimum weight of 240 pounds.
does he mention he's a robot or something? And
We
Yeah,
haven't, we
man.
haven't seen him yet.
Man,
Okay.
I'm pretty fucking sure.
actually,
that, like,
would
getting
you
a-
would you want robes on your character or common clothes?
I'm pretty sure getting a backpack is
Common
inadvised for you.
All
'cause
right,
the
so you have
backpack
7
weighs
pounds
a
of carry
pound or
capacity
two.
used up right now, instead of 8.
How many pounds of oak do I need for a figure?
1. Each figurine weighs a pound.
So I can make 3. Yeah, I'm gonna buy 3 pounds. Fuck yes.
So you
Lucky
spend 6
you.
DR on. So
3 pounds of oak.
you didn't really spend any money, really, because you pretty much just have all your money.
Nice.
All right, so
Also, you can
I'll
carry
get,
up to 20
I can get your money real quick if
pounds
you want.
with
It's
penalties.
so 4010 times 100 plus 500.
You can carry up to 20
So
pounds
you have
without penalties,
1,400 DR on your character.
1,400. Holy shit, that's a lot.
Wood is super.
I mean, with
again,
penalties.
wood is dirt cheap. Just
Wait, what do you
just
mean, Scorpio?
just basic lumber is extremely cheap. So
I kept making mistakes. I said that you can carry 20 pounds with penalties. I made a mistake.
yeah. In other words, if you wanted to be slowed down, you could.
So what was it? What is it? 1,000 and.
That's how much you have as money.
Hey, Greg, does money have encumbrance?
I don't put it. I don't. It doesn't count for weight. He could just have 2 little tiny metal things.
Good.
Because fun fact, DR is like it's a metal currency, but the point is they have it ranging from 1 to 1,000.
It's basically like a yen coin.
So he could just have one
Ah.
1,000 and 4 like 100 ones or something on him.
Would be enough to get me into encumbrance.
They're borderline weightless. You would need.
The 2 strings.
I'm just imagining the 1,000 DR coin just being like this frisbee.
They probably weigh
size-
like a gram a piece.
this frisbee-sized disc of silver.
I actually do have...
Why? Why would any society? Why?
Oh yeah, let's just have frisbees. It's fucking
You can
crazy.
pay someone from a distance, like, "Hey, bartender!" You just whip this frisbee across the bar.
It's so
Ah,
that
yes.
in an emergency they can
It's
use their
online banking.
currency as trebuchet ammunition. Of course.
Trebuchet.
Hey, you put all the coins together, then you launch it into the city. This is our taxes.
It's a constant
Yeah,
battlefield.
yeet. like on
That
the
sounds
farms. Every
so
like
good.
farm and every like little rural area has a trebuchet where you just yeet the money to the city.
Pay the land tax to the local lord.
Yeah.
Again, I still think that the best form of transportation you could ever create in a fantasy game was a teleportation trebuchet, but they only figured out how to teleport you at a certain velocity, so they have to slam you directly towards the ground, and then you teleport, and then you slam directly into the ground wherever you want to be. So you
That
take a bunch of
sounds-
fall damage every time you want to teleport, but it is fast traveling.
that just sounds like Back to the Future with extra steps.
Yeah, it is. It's Back to the Future with less safety precautions, with less airbags.
Parachute not included. All right, let's
Yeah.
continue though.
Well,
Alrighty.
we do tape a mattress to your face.
That's,
It doesn't do a lot though.
It's just it's just it's just that they're not liable for anything.
It's one of those small scout like self-inflatable fucking beds.
It's like a
One of
fucking
those
skin.
flimsy ass fuck. It's just foam. It's just like a tiny layer of foam.
What is that fucking? Was it like a foam-based sand or some shit that people used to use as like a toy or some shit?
I think so.
You get Play-Doh. That's what you get.
You get
Dude, Play-Doh was the shit. I will say that much.
Yeah. I was more of a Lego as a kid, to be honest.
Although the problem with Play-Doh is
Also-
it would eventually become a brown mass of garbage of trash.
Oh, yeah.
After a
I know
while.
how it sounds
Uh,
that the Danish guy liked Legos as a kid, but you know, take
Dude,
it
I
with a
have-
grain of salt.
Dude, I had
I was-
fucking
I was-
Legos
I-
as well.
I was like a typical Nintendo kid. So that was my childhood.
My
I had
tax-
Just like NDS games, like really old NDS games.
I had like an NES and then I had like an N64 or something. And my first game
Hey,
I ever
cool.
experienced was Doom 64.
Alrighty. What are
I
we
game is
talking
hard
about
as
here?
fuck, by the way.
Right.
Well,
We're getting really sidetracked, but PlayStation 2 is the best console.
True.
Excuse me,
I'm
what?
gonna.
I would say GameCube and PlayStation 2 were tied.
Fucking Ratchet
No,
and
it's
Clank, Sly, fucking holy shit. PlayStation
Yeah,
2
but you
was
free-
just the shit.
Yeah, but you also forget GameCube also had insanely good
Okay.
ones.
Guys,
Yep.
Like Pikmin,
So,
Smash
what are we-
Melee.
so what are we doing now? Is the real question.
Yep. Yeah. What-
Alright,
what's
well,
happening?
currently he's
now?
buying himself some wood.
I'm
He bought
So,
3 pounds worth. He basically just bought free. He basically just bought a
Yeah.
log, pretty much like a chunk of fucking firewood. That's like 3 pounds
What
or something.
actually, what brought you guys to town in the first place?
Out of character, I don't even know anymore because, all honestly, I thought
Thompson?
the main story was going to be more than just like being in prison by bandits.
Well,
technically.
it's
I
your
have
character. What's your
some-
reason?
Tungsten has a reason. Meanwhile, Tungsten is buying himself like a disproportionate amount of food as he talks. He says that he came here to just make a bit of coin and also maybe try to like. To be honest, he just wants to learn about like
Hmm.
immortality or something.
Yeah.
Like just finding things that
Mortality.
enhance that, or
You-
just
Oh, man,
longevity in
If you think
general.
that's bad,
I
PJ,
can-
almost every person was on the same boat with that.
I mean, I can give you something close.
Like, I'm not joking,
it-
PJ. They literally
It's-
most of the party was literally just fucking people looking for immortality.
I mean,
I mean,
I would say me
I
and
can-
Tungsten are looking for something that's more self-sustaining immortality.
I can turn you
he's
guys into a
also-
ghoul. That's pretty self-sustaining.
Can do what now?
I can turn you guys into a ghoul.
I don't think that's what we were looking for.
Tungsten-
But thank you for trying.
It's
Tungsten
close.
is like
Very
Tungsten
close.
thinks about Tungsten thinks about intimate moments as a goal, and he's kind of repulsed to the idea, and also, and then he just simply says that's in his mind, and then he simply says, I think that has some unintended consequences I don't want to deal with, but I appreciate the option.
Nah. You just have to wash your hands. You just have to try to preserve your body because it's the only one
Once
you get.
again,
The
thank you,
problem
but
is, just out of game, like just as a context wise, if David made someone into a ghoul, they would die in like a couple hours unless he sustained them.
Yeah, I can maintain.
That's
you
actually
guys.
very bad.
Yeah, that's a
Nah.
poor
if Tungsten
mana,
knew that,
mana
he definitely
consumption.
wouldn't want it.
Very poor mana consumption.
Well, I'll just stick a soul a day to double the duration. It's that easy.
So like he like politely like declines to like doing that, but he appreciates the option. He really does, but he
Eh.
doesn't want to go down with that path.
Suit yourself. I mean,
Mm.
there's always
But
Lichdom,
he does.
but
But he
I'm
does.
not there yet.
Unfortunately,
You know,
at the
it's
moment,
okay.
David, your character does not know where to even begin with it yet.
Nope, I'm a fucking adept
You,
necromancer. I'm like,
your character is
at
like an
this point,
acolyte.
I know of it. I know of it.
Your character is an acolyte at best right now, which
well,
means
I mean,
But you
what-
do see.
Sorry,
You
go
do
ahead.
see Tungsten thanking like Arbuckle for helping him back and to find Leosin, despite it being a little bit of a simple process, but he still thanks you tremendously.
Mr. Yes, Arbuckle.
No
That's your
problem.
name.
Yep, Arbuckle.
Yep, my name is Arbuckle.
Well, if you'd like, you could certainly join us in maybe looking for ways to, our own little search for immortality. I'm sure if we travel together, there will be plenty of resources we could both use in our own searches.
Probably, but I mean, I was kind of planning to head for one of the guilds to try to find some easy work for coin, and
I mean, that
then,
certainly
you
sounds
know,
like an idea
Tungsten?
too.
Yeah,
and then
Tungsten nods
use
and he
that coin to
says
study up. That was the main
he
plan.
has
but
similar.
just so I can get like PJ in here into like the conversation here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So
Please.
where do you? So since it's getting like dark out after you purchase your wood, where do you? Where's your character want to go since it's getting dark out in this at the moment? It's currently like dusk, if not almost night.
Where's everyone else right now?
In an inn.
And
There's
Yeah,
only one inn in this
definitely.
town.
Like,
Just so you know.
Definitely also gonna
dining
go to
part.
the inn because that's a quiet place to work on some puppets. That's absolutely perfect. We go to the inn.
Right, it's very
So this guy
quiet.
So as you guys are talking, there is a person, this man in basic clothing, holding a chunk of wood in his hand, enters the fucking inn. He's just holding like a piece of firewood for some reason.
You see Tungsten like
I'm only saying
He
that
can't
because we
hide
don't
his-
have pouches.
Oh
you see
shit!
Tungsten just feeling a little bit sad, like he doesn't say anything, he just says it in his mind, like poor man with because of the 2 strength.
I mean, you have pockets, you just don't have a pouch to hold a chunk of wood in.
But he can see the visible like semi paralysis, and he just feels bad for the man.
Yeah,
That's all.
that's a good question.
My
Yeah,
paralysis.
it's like how does your character look to us? Like kind of like a sickly robot? Like what are we looking at?
Yeah, just like a sickly robot.
It's just a robot made out of copper. Aluminum. No, it's aluminum. Yeah.
Aluminum.
It's just
Aluminum.
no.
I see.
Guys,
so he's
guys,
like
guys,
he looks like an actual robot. then.
Aluminum?
He's made out of tin foil.
Yeah, tinfoil. That's more like it. It's not
There you
aluminum.
go.
But
Yeah,
It's
apparently he had
way
a
too
genetic
expensive.
apparently he had a genetic defect where instead of having normal steel parts in his body, he had tin.
I was born with glass bones and paper skin.
A small breeze and I'm gone.
I feel like that would make sense
Essentially,
if he had 2 constitution with that, that would make sense.
Every day my tinfoil joints crinkle as I roll out of bed onto the floor.
Wait, fuck it. I'm gonna fuck it. A character's name is not cool. Character's name is gonna be Tin.
Tin.
Just Tin.
Just tin.
Also,
Yeah, just Tin.
So you have tin,
Also,
tungsten, and uranium.
You could name him Quilton.
Yes, Quilton. Perfection.
And then his nickname is just Tin for everyone.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I
Next thing you know,
suppose-
everyone's nickname is a metal
Fucking tin.
Uranium.
or material.
Uranium.
I suppose.
Tungsten.
Oh, go ahead. So who was talking?
That's great.
Want to do something?
I just wanted to like, how much does the food cost? The feast, the massive mega like. It looks like a feast.
Through
but it's
your
just a-
gluttonous endeavors, you managed to spend 100 DR, 5 days worth of food in one. Just
amazing.
Hold up. So you guys all have fucking like elements basically, and then there's just Arbuckle.
Well, I'm also not an element. My name is Leosin.
Oh, thank God. I'm not
He just
alone.
says his family is interesting. That's all he says.
as he's
Mhm.
stuffing his
I'm
face.
gonna, yeah, I'm gonna go grab a drink. Any of you fine gentlemen want to join me?
I'll go with
He
you.
nods. He's fine with that. Yeah,
Hmm.
Tungsten orders a relatively strong drink for himself. Relatively strong, not like poisonous or deadly.
Hey, do you just want some of the scorpion poison we pour into a glass here?
Yeah. I'm not having that. I'm not Syrian.
Isn't
You're
that
real
a
kick,
isn't that a tequila thing?
maybe.
So,
No, not
have you
that's kind
guys
of
heard
Syrian.
of
I mean the Syrian in your
fermented
world.
absolute death?
Syrian,
Fermented
this
absolute
one
death.
with a C.
We took a pile of corpses, and then we just let them liquefy. Then we distilled it. Here you go.
It sounds like a necromancer town's fucking thing. They were just literally
Probably.
Or the dirty
I mean,
four
I'd be-
shot.
I'd be
Yep.
surprised if it wasn't done already in your world.
like you just have like a town of cannibals and fucking necromancers, and they just for some reason have a weird fucking market for things. Pretty much.
Much.
Uh,
It's just
yeah,
normal.
I'm gonna look at the barkeep, and I'm gonna say, I don't want expensive. I don't want cheap. Give me something solidly mediocre after the day I've had.
He pulls out a bottle of mead.
Nice. Fucking solidly. Well, I mean, I did get captured and enslaved for 3 days,
You
but
know
it
what
really
it
took
is?
absolutely no effort to get out of it, so it's sort of a meh experience.
It's mediocre.
I'm not really traumatized. I'm not. It's just eh.
So yeah, pretty much the mead's 25 DR. It's not that expensive compared to some other
Yeah.
alcohols.
I'll have a drink.
I think Leosin wants to
Also,
go
Keep in
ahead.
mind, it's
Is
not
that-
like a small bottle. He's giving you like a glass jug that just has
A handle even.
yeah, it just has like
also, Tungsten
Ugh.
ordered a thing too.
pretty much
sorry.
that's all you need for the night, pretty much.
And I think Leosin wants to make his way over to while Tungsten's getting his drink. Leosin
Together.
Mhm.
to make his way over to the tin to the sickly looking robot. Hello there.
I ask one comment.
Oh, okay.
Are you just approaching him because you feel like a synergy there?
Maybe I do. Maybe I feel like we both look terrible, and that's something that we can relate with.
But yours is not from genetics. Yours is just from messing with alchemy in the wrong way.
This is true. But in any case,
Tungsten.
Basically, have the equivalent
Tungsten
of
just
chemical
follows.
burns.
Tungsten follows because he's just curious as well. He'll get a drink later. And he just says hello.
so
That's all.
Leosin
He just says
and
hello.
Tungsten go over and Leosin says hello there to the sickly robot man with his firewood.
Tungsten looks slightly sad, but not like it's not entirely visible. But maybe if you roll something, but he could be a little
I
sad.
don't think sickly would
looking.
fit the description. I think feeble would. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's not sickly. He doesn't.
This is true. Just
He has good constitution, actually.
Yeah.
withered.
A lot of like damage to the feathers.
He has a strong build, but just like shit hydraulics.
My skin is just awful, but I'm fine.
By the way,
it's not the skin. Like all those fucking.
by the way, PJ,
pressure. Yeah.
a lot of Syrians look like normal people. It's just they have like metal some parts of them are metal. In your case, I guess your
like
legs
this.
were. Like, it sounds like from the how you're wording it, it sounds like the legs were the part that was machine. The guy just has bad legs. Bad
All
mechanical
right.
legs.
Yeah, bad legs.
Yeah,
If it-
so
I'm just saying it because it seems like that would be fitting based on how you're explaining
Yeah.
it.
You can choose something else if you want, pretty much.
Yeah, I was just thinking like
It's
since
a suggestion.
it sounds that's what it sounds like your character's like visual description probably was like that was like his metal part. Could be entirely metal too.
So,
No.
my name is Leosin, and my large fish friend here is named Tungsten. May I ask you your name?
Wait, is he talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yep, the bird.
Yeah, you, PJ.
Yeah,
That's
they're
what I'm
just
talking
a
Yes,
random.
yes. I know. It's tin.
to.
Or at least tin is enough.
Hello, Tin.
Indeed. Hello. What brings you to this town? And can I ask
It-
what
it-
you're doing with firewood?
When you ask what brings you to this, then he just looks at the wood, looks back up to you again, looks back up to the wood, back up to you. Kind of obvious.
What?
Leosin looks to Tungsten and looks to the firewood and looks to Tungsten.
He just,
Hey man, I'm
he
helping
just,
you with that one.
He just says
Ah,
fair
that's
enough.
fine.
It's like, so like, let's see. I'm just gonna roll a random thing. Let's see how socially awkward I am. I'm pretty awkward. I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to ask. He just wants to know more about you, but he doesn't know how to approach it or anything.
I see. Well, what do you use the wood for?
Mostly wood carving. Yeah, let's put
Oh.
it that way.
Tungsten looks surprised. As I was expecting like making fires or something. I see.
Just an arsonist. Why'd you come to town?
No, not that kind. He's thinking like survival.
Why would an arsonist have
Like
a fucking piece of wood?
For easy lighting, obviously.
Look, he's poor, okay? Don't touch him.
It's like I don't have I don't have thermite, so this is the next best thing. Hey,
That
good.
makes two.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Tim. Did you
And
have any?
no, you
ahead.
finish.
Okay.
You
I was gonna
finish.
say, did you have any plans in this town?
No, I mean, I essentially
Preferably don't involve
finished
fire.
all the kind of business that I was coming here for. And looks back down to the wood, back up to them.
Suspicious
say that
looking
again?
wood.
Yeah, just wood. He just needed some wood, man. That's all he needed. All he needed was some wood.
I just came for the
Tungsten?
wood, man. I just came for the wood.
Yeah.
Tungsten just.
Ironically,
Tungsten just.
he could have went anywhere for wood, but he went to this town for wood.
You did.
You could have grabbed
Let's
a
see.
wood in a tree.
The problem is he's too weak to actually do lumberjack shit. So he has to buy the wood.
All right, Suburb. What did you want to say?
So Tungsten just says, sorry if we just cut off awkward. We're just curious, and he says that he's welcome to sit with us if he likes, just because he just feels kind of bad for the guy a little bit, and that's about it. He just says that.
Well, it's always a pleasure getting to know new people, so I will gladly take you up on that offer.
Of
Okay.
course.
I want to make a
Nods
comment
with a smile.
with the David right now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just go like, I don't know why, but I
Yep.
feel like Tungsten is like what's the word I'm looking for here? Is like picking up more strays again to take care of.
Mm. I mean,
What's that supposed to mean?
you're probably right.
Did they say that in character, or like am I in range, or what?
No, you're not. I'm just thinking.
Oh, okay.
Distance. I
We
just have
just-
this feeling.
Pick up more weird, like
Ah.
strange folks.
Indeed.
I
Roll
just
20 is
want to
breaking
enjoy.
for me.
I just want to enjoy a quiet drink and then go to bed, and then I guess go with you guys tomorrow.
I guess
I
Leosin
really,
will
really,
Go ahead.
really, really wish I had better options, but you know, life isn't always what you wanted it to be.
I mean, that
And then
bathroom
Leosin,
incident improved it.
and then Leosin walks over with Tin and is like, "Hello, everyone. This is Tin. He apparently carves wood."
Also, Greg,
I'm gonna pass uranium 10 DR. Like fuck.
Also,
Lost
Greg,
that one.
World 20 is breaking for me.
Yeah,
That's
same.
unfortunate.
Actually trying to fix it.
Those roll
It's working
20
fine on
fuck.
my end.
Oh yeah, everyone just
It was-
disappeared on roll 20 for me.
Oh wait,
Oh yeah, same.
what happened?
Connection issues. Don't worry about it. They'll come back soon.
I keep refreshing, and it's really, really slow and like not good.
Is Roll Time
Oh,
dying
yeah,
on
there's-
us?
Their
Yes.
servers might be
That,
fucked.
that happens quite commonly. Don't worry about
Well,
it.
if we need to roll something and it's not showing up for one reason or another, we can always just wait a minute. Not a big deal.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Let's just keep going until we need it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
No rush.
so yeah, Leosin brings Tin over, and basically he explains to Tin about us wanting to go to a guild. You know, we have our own little quests we're trying to do, finding some bits about heavier magic, like immortality based stuff.
Mhm.
Why is everyone going around talking about immortality like it's not some sort of secret to be coveted? You can't just go around telling everyone that you want to be immortals.
Is that a
That's
character?
really dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah, that's in character. That's really fucking dangerous.
I don't know why it's
Tungsten.
I don't know why it's dangerous if you don't hurt anyone while
Tungsten.
doing it.
Well, because
Tungsten also-
people really don't like immortal competition.
What competition
Immortals
would there
are
be
really
if you all were
im-
just immortal in your own spaces?
immortals are really self-centered and asshole-ish. So they will just try to murder you because they're scared that you're going to be a cooler immortal than they are.
Have you met one?
No, but I know people, and I know people suck.
You would know rumors about some people at least. Or some-
And Tungsten nods and he says, I understand that. We'll just practice more caution in that case.
But just don't scream it in every public tavern. And I look around.
He nods.
As you proceed to
He
scream it there.
drops the message.
As you go, why are you talking about immortal?
Also,
Everyone
roll
head
20.
immediately turns and then goes back.
Like,
Also, roll 20
Don't
works
do
again.
as I do. Do as
Oh,
I
cool.
say.
you know what? It reminds me of that one fucking meme where it's like the guy drinking a 15-liter water bottle. And he's like saying, "Thanks, I needed that. I was a bit thirsty," or some shit. It's crazy.
It's fucking
Also,
Just
Greg,
scream-
do I get my food and drinks
Yes, you did.
after something? Okay, I'm gonna make 2 constitution rolls, one for the drink.
for your
and one
character's
for the
gluttonous
food.
actions.
Yep. So this is the I guess we'll start with the food. I'm not able to eat all of it. Oh wait, I don't know if you see the rolls. Maybe I'm disconnected.
I don't see any rolls.
Me neither.
Oh boy.
Refresh.
Should I discard the roll or should I or you
Just
want me to
tell
tell you
Just
what I
tell
got?
it. Just
What
tell
was the result?
It wasn't good. It was just an 8. I rolled a 2 plus my constitution, so it's an 8. I wasn't able to eat at all.
so much food wasted.
You just see a fish man passed out on a table somewhere in the inn.
Leosin shakes his head softly. It's just like we really should probably cut down on spending in this case.
Especially
Yeah,
when
I
it's
mean-
How
wasted.
much of
You're-
How much
You're
of the
not
expirable
wrong.
was I able to eat? 75% of it was expirable.
Yeah.
You managed to eat
oh,
one
there's
meal
eight.
before. If the moment you started eating the one meal and drinking, you basically started getting fucking drunk, and then the second time around, you just passed out before even finishing the second meal.
Yeah. As you walk over with Tin, by the way, and introduce him,
Yes.
My character is going to sigh heavily, put a hand into his pocket, take out a giant wad of chewing tobacco and shove it deep up into his lip. And he's just going to lean back and go sort of half cross-eyed, sort of glossy.
It's fucking
Tim,
cursed.
did I mention that besides the 2 fish, we've only known the other person for a day or so?
Technically, you knew
Yeah.
the
That's
Death
pretty
Knight.
interesting.
I just let me get used to you guys for a little bit. You guys are mentally exhausting to be around. just give me some time to
Technically, you
acclimate.
knew the Death Knight for 3 days, and
Well,
the
Well,
Warlock.
they did. I didn't, as far as I know.
Well, you knew them for a day, but everyone else pretty much.
Yeah, my character's
3
gonna go.
days.
You'll get used to it fast. Don't worry about it.
Just give me a moment.
Okay. I keep forgetting Fernandez is like uranium for some reason.
Wow. Ow.
He talks, and then I immediately go, that's not Fernandez." In any case, well, if you
Wait, that's not Fernandez. That's the 7th most volatile
that's
element on the
Fernandez.
periodic table. Yeah.
Fernand titties.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not the 7th most volatile element on the periodic table. That's Fernandez in disguise.
But
It was
yes,
Fernandez all along.
So if perhaps our little quest might sound something interesting to you, Tin, I'm sure whatever skills you might have would be useful as we travel along.
I mean, I can always use a little bit more wood, so getting.
Eventually, he'll be able to use
Some-
stone.
Like, my
Eventually.
character doesn't know
Yeah.
anything of their conversation prior to this. I just see
Oh.
you asking them, "Oh, your skills, whatever skills you may have." Like, you didn't even ask before you fighting.
It's also
Well,
probably
I
worth
literally
noting.
introduced him like this is 10. He's good at he's good at wood carving.
It's
Yeah.
also probably worth
Tungsten just felt
noting
bad.
that, like,
Tungsten just felt bad.
also, PJ,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
probably worth
gonna-
noting that eventually you will be able to use other materials from your
I know,
archetype.
I know.
Just so you
And
know.
Tin
I
knows,
mean,
but Tin wouldn't.
Hey,
I think people would react kind of interestingly to puppet monsters. So Tin is trying to, for now, pass it off as woodworking.
I mean, I guess worst case scenario, he's another corpse to reanimate. No offense. And he sort of, does a, I'm sorry, I didn't notice you were still standing there. Look to Tin.
My character just goes to David. I hate it when I'm right.
Tungsten just doesn't look very comfortable when like all of this is mentioned in front of Tin.
I didn't really. All I said is I hate it when I'm right. You don't know what the subject was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wasn't there.
Fernandez,
was-
by the way, I did pass you 10 DR. As soon as he walked over and was like, "This is 10." I just
Sure.
slid 10 DR across the table and was like, "Fuck."
God, 10.
Wait, what?
10 for 10.
Tin for tin.
Tit for tat.
He just flipped
Tin
you.
pins for tin.
Just flipped you a 10.
I get it.
You're a 10 out of 10.
I would have been more concerned if you said if
that
you.
one hurts.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been worse if you just flipped him about 350.
It's
Oh.
350.
You can give him
Alright,
about
well, I guess,
350.
I guess we'll take well, actually I had my meal earlier, so yeah, just talk a bit with Tin into the night, see where he's if he has any place of where he's from, what other things he can do besides just wood carving if he's willing to share that.
And meanwhile, he's just gonna start working on his next puppet.
Yeah, you have fun with your little heartless tin man. Oh, that's gonna be
Well-
our main quest, finding him a heart. And all of a sudden, Craig's campaign devolved into a horrible, graphic Wizard of Oz remake.
Horribly graphic.
It's supposed to be a reference to something.
Wizard of Oz.
And
I
then-
know, I was in character.
Oh, okay.
And then you're
Okay.
wondering
Sorry.
what your reference is.
I see.
Yeah,
So,
it was a screen. It was a terrible screenplay
Okay,
that one of my friends wrote once.
Tungsten
It was awful.
would be the lion. Who'd be the guy with the brain?
The guy with the what?
Without the brain.
Without the brain. Well, it can't be Leosin. He's actually pretty smart.
I mean, I
I'm
have
like
You're the
above
strong.
average, but not
You're the
I have a
strong man.
12. I have a 12 intelligence.
I have a 14. So I mean, not the best wizard, but like
I have
it's
20.
something.
I mean,
22.
really, I just want all the organs, just all of them, all the time. Give me your organs.
Organs, weak.
No, that's fair.
So we have like 2 people that have absurdly high intelligence.
Yeah, that all I have is absurdly high wisdom.
We can
My
play
my.
we can play chess together infinitely.
Oh shit! Hold
Oh
on,
yeah, that's
hold,
actually
hold
kinda
on.
cool.
Let me just change my character's whole demeanor to something more like Oogway. Right. I have high wisdom.
That's gotta be Oogway.
Sharing tea with a fascinating stranger is one of life's true delights. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
That peaked kind of badly.
It did.
That was the point. I fucking shoved my microphone like down my throat whilst I said it.
It's not the first time we've done something like that.
Not the first time you deep throat a mic.
That's
Sorry,
I do that
very,
sometimes for a fact.
very true. Both of those statements are very true.
So I guess we we have our little drink dinner and
Yeah, and after that, like when Tungsten eventually wakes up, he's gonna try to preserve the food, the expirable food, if possible. How successful am I with that?
It is literally already been cleaned up by the one of the bartenders.
Can I
After-
say that
Tungsten-
I tried to save the non-expirable stuff before?
No, the expirable stuff is fine. I put it in a bag.
Yeah.
The non-expirable. It's 2 pounds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so can I just say I
we
tried
should
to save
probably
that
just-
before they take it?
We have a giant deer. We should probably. Did we? Oh yeah, we sold the deer meat, right? Or did we keep the deer meat?
I think we kept it.
We kept it. All right, let's start drying it immediately.
Alrighty.
All right, so that's it.
So we can turn it into hardtack, and then
That's
It
it's
doesn't
not usually
expire.
bread.
well, it can be, but it can also be a type of jerky.
Okay. Well,
Hardtack is sort of just a combo.
well then, yeah. I guess unless anyone has anything else to do for the night, I guess we would turn in for the night.
I'm going to attempt to climb the stairs to my in room.
I'll
Actually,
I'll
don't fall.
drag
I
you up
actually
the
don't fall.
stairs. I am
Actually-
dragging you up those fucking stairs. Jesus Christ.
And Leah sends. Yeah, you're right. He's dragging
Yeah,
him.
I'm
Leah
fine.
sends
I'm
at the
fine.
bottom, just pushing him lightly up the stairs.
All right. You
That could
take
have
the
ended
left shoulder.
hilariously.
You take the arms. I'll take the legs. Let's get him to bed.
Also, Leosin knows that Tungsten doesn't get drunk like that, but for some reason, his like immune system failed for some reason or something.
It's quite amazing how one so large can actually end up so drunk.
You think his fat absorbs it, but it doesn't.
And so, so Leosin and Arbuckle will get Tungsten to the in room, and then Leosin will just look at Arbuckle and go, "Thank you for that," and then just go into Tungsten's room and close
Alright.
the door.
So the next day, it is apparently morning now. After having a rest.
Mhm. I'm gonna make an arc puppet.
You
If that
managed.
is
Okay, so you made an arc puppet.
Nice.
So I have like the shooty
Mhm.
boy and the arc boy.
I do
And,
not have a hangover, surprisingly.
And it's currently a new day. You have. There might be something going on. Who knows?
We're still in the
Hmm.
inn. Who knows?
Yeah, you haven't exactly leave the building yet.
All right.
So, like, Tungsten asked Leosin, what
Yes.
happened to the other food?
We saved which
You
food?
saved 2 pounds of non-expirables, but the expirables probably got cleaned up. Maybe
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would say so.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
So
As
got
it
2
would.
pounds.
So
Saved 2
Tungsten is not
pounds.
very happy about that, and he explains he was expecting to eat it all, but maybe he doesn't have a clear idea of what he can handle sometimes,
It's
and he's
probably a good-
disappointed about it.
That's why it's probably a good idea to buy a little less food when you're
He
eating.
nods. He just says that like the enslavement really stressed him, and he didn't make a really wise decision and wasted a lot of money. But we'll make it up soon, eventually, at least.
Leosin pats his head and just goes, "Well, that's fine. It's well, at least we're here now, so we don't have to be stressed about anything quite yet.
And he nods with a smile as he tries to see if the others. He doesn't invade rooms. He just wants to see if they're around in the inn or anything, like in the public areas.
Yeah, is anyone else awake?
I'm sleeping in. Or if
Yeah,
anything, I'm
Tin's-
Alright.
reading a book.
Tin's awake, finishing up his work on the arc.
Oh yeah, I'll enjoy some
Especially since he
coffee
has a lot of
down at
extra
the-
time because of his
down at,
race.
down at like
Hmm.
the main room of the inn. I'll enjoy a cup of coffee in the morning and read a book.
Because, fun fact, Syrians do not need as much sleep as everyone else because they go in stasis for like 6 hours instead.
It's got that elf trance type sleep vibe.
Now, imagine a statue just sitting there for some reason.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty
And
much
he
elf
sits-
trance.
So Tungsten sits like nearby, and he just greets the rest of the party, and he apologizes for last night that he normally doesn't pass out like that. It's not the norm. He tries to explain himself diplomatically. Let me see how good he does it. And he does relatively okay. He explains himself properly, maybe.
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 I just roll for fun, by the way. I'm rolling for fun.
Mhm.
I did that once, and now you're just gonna do it forever.
I always done it, and I always done it in the previous campaigns. I always did it.
I mean, you do you, man.
Pretty
Yep.
much.
You do you.
Have fun.
It's fun sometimes.
So I guess, and so Leosin is, next to Tungsten as looks over at Dave and goes, Dave's character, Arbuckle, and goes, so did you actually hear about where this guild is supposed to be situated?
Well, I mean, there are many guilds around.
Is there one in particular you were thinking of?
Not really. I mean, most guilds have some, grunt work for you to do, but I was just hoping to hit one of them up, seeing if they had a, bigger errand for us to run than just, filing paperwork.
I can see
Oh.
that.
That was the main plan. I mean, usually every guild needs grunts, but it takes a bit of searching to find out if they have something that's actually worth, our time. So you can usually find a guild in one of the bigger cities. So I was thinking of heading either up to Velen or down to Irun.
I see. I mean, a bigger city does sound like a decent idea if we want to go looking for a bigger guild. So I suppose
Yeah.
perhaps we could head out at some point.
Another little bit of information that your characters would know. Although guilds are very lucrative, you don't have to go to them to find things. You also know that it's common practice for many towns to have notice boards full of job listings. For
I guess it's
Right.
yeah, a lot of odd jobs, pretty much, either involving like things that the guards weren't willing to do, and other things, pretty much.
I mean, we
guess-
can go see if there are some decent rewards on the notice board, but in small towns like this, the rewards are
Or if
usually
you fancy yourself a bounty
pretty
hunter,
meager.
you can find criminal wanted posters there as well.
yeah,
There's one more thing though. With guilds, though, we would actually get increased ranks, while the normal bounty we just get money.
The point is, like, if you
Yeah.
for some reason can't reach one, they're there.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I think just heading up a bigger town and seeing what guilds are in that town and then seeing if any of the options appeal to us is definitely the way to go, because the bigger
Indeed.
town will also have a broader variety of
Birderer.
odd jobs on its leaderboard, on its
Did you just say
notice board.
birderer?
On its
Birderer.
notice board.
Yeah.
On a side note, Greg, my character's pretty much into being a merchant. Is there like a merchant's guild that I could say I'm already part of, or no?
Mm,
That thing?
your character could be in the midst of trying to get into one. Essentially, it's pretty much trying to get the fee covered.
What type of things do you actually try to sell you right now as a merchant?
Wherever we get our hands on. I ain't a picky seller or a picky eater.
Oh, a general merchant then.
You know,
Well,
it's,
that's
as
the
a-
only
as
way
an
to
added
make any
note,
money.
You also don't have to. You can, if you know where something like something hidden is, you can always try to go for those too, just as a hint.
Mhm. That's good.
Also, how much is breakfast? Means nothing.
They're not charging much. They're just again, food is cheap. It's usually alcohol that costs you more. If you're trying
I'm
to get
just
like,
putting it in the notes.
provided that you're trying to get high quality alcohol, not just random garbage.
So, like, how much is it exactly?
Like 20. Assume it's just 20 for most foods.
Okay.
Like, it's not
Yep.
much, but for early on stages, it is.
Mm-hmm. I'm just being consistent. That's all. I'm not gonna roll for this. I can handle 2 pounds for sure.
Like I'm just saying that, you know, definitely going to a faster town. I mean, I'm kind of hoping to hit up one of the magic guilds, mostly because I've already gotten my degree, magic student profession.
I see.
So I'm kind of hoping to get an in with hopefully one of the necromancy guilds around, but I don't really.
Fun fact: the
Uh,
major guild for necromancy is in Blecken, and your character would know that, David, because your character is studying it. As most necromancers often seek after it.
hmm. I mean that's a bit ways away, but I was making my way up there from Skilly down. I came from Pauli, was down there to see some family, and now I'm trying to got my way up. I mean, I did, as you know, hit a bit of a bump a bit early in the road, but yeah, I'm trying to make my way up to Blecken.
I see. What is the general consensus for necromancy at this time?
Depends on your region.
Yep, really depends on where you are. Some people will literally lynch you for that shit, and some places will be like, "Holy shit, you know how to do death? You know how to like bring a corpse back to life? Hey, yo, can you like bring this corpse back to life? I'll
Yeah,
pay
it's
you
not
good
as
money."
accepting as some other schools of magic, but
Yeah,
it's
some people are essentially extremely scared. Other people are extremely interested. It's really polar. There's no on necromancy.
Also, Leosin is at a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, PJ.
Oh no, that was me.
Oh, sorry. What did you want to ask?
Oh, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just gonna like tungsten. It doesn't really mind like necromancy as long it doesn't hurt anyone. That's his consensus on it.
And
Well, I
Leosin,
mean,
that's fair.
yeah,
uh,
Leosin just looks at Arbuckle and is like, "Well, what do you actually want to know necromancy for?"
well, it's it's the power of life. It's I mean it's
Wow.
recycling.
I just
He
realized
says it's
I
understandable.
think you're trying to do a southern accent for your character.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I was like, I'm not gonna
Well-
mention it.
Well, yeah, I'm doing it very subtly. That's the
It's
No,
point.
it's not.
It's not subtle at all.
Oh no, no,
You know,
it's
it's,
man, I'm the master of subtlety.
Quote unquote
I'm
subtle.
I am the no, I'm you don't understand. I'm the fucking lord of subtlety. I say with my charisma of 8. And my physical stats, no. I'm literally a
Your physical stat
champion
isn't just
fucking
it isn't a
mound of
stat, it just says
blood.
no. It's just
Yeah, all of my stats say no, except for intelligence, constitution, and wisdom. My
like-
wisdom is a +7, my intelligence is a +1, and my con is a +0. Everything else is negative to various degrees.
it's like it's just like
Well,
I just love how it's just like no.
Well, I see.
Not
mean-
5, not 3, no.
Well, I
Jeez.
mean, it's the art of death. It's but I mean, I'm really in it for the manipulation of the soul,
Okay.
the essence of a person. It's well, it's always been an interest of mine. The what distinguishes us as beings from things like trees and rocks. What the real difference is? That spark that life has.
I mean, the capacity to
He
speak
said-
would be one.
Tungsten
Well,
says
true.
maybe the druids or shamans know.
I mean, it's
As for
also an
monks,
excellent fuel source.
A soul.
I mean, it was
Hmm.
pretty demonstrated last session, like,
Yep.
Tungsten
or the bandits.
Tungsten just says he's not going to argue that, about
Like,
the fuel parts, knowing that
at,
monks expend their own soul for stuff.
yep. At one point, I cast a 75 mana spell for 5 mana because of souls.
I see.
It really is an excellent resource that most people don't utilize. It just seems wasteful, don't you agree?
No, I guess it depends on
Uh,
the person.
Tungsten just says he prefers to just not really use other people's souls unless he has to for some reason in defense. That's all he's
Well, I
gonna say
mean,
about it.
then why do you eat meat?
Tungsten says to be honest, he actually wanted to ask that question at some point with the shaman, but he kind of forgot to do it.
And
But
the
he
shaman
thinks that
kind of
maybe
already
plants
fucked
are about
off.
the same.
For me, I
Maybe
don't see a
plants are.
difference between the slaughter of a pig and the slaughter of a person. They have equal value to me, and
I see.
I use every part of my kill.
He
It's only respectful.
The
He-
Native
he
American
d-
of gay using every part of the man.
Yep, I'll use your soul to cast a fireball to kill your friends, to use their souls to cast other things. It's great. It's sort of a pyramid scheme in the form of spells.
Tungsten nods and he understands, but they have like difference in philosophy, but he's okay with it because he's not really strongly attached to like these kind of things that much. He's fine
I
to
mean, aren't
let
you
people.
searching for mortality? Immortality?
Yes,
I
but
can't I
we could
can't
create.
imagine that life is very sacred to you then. That seems like an affront to life.
I mean, I would say, in fact, life is sacred. That's why we're looking for our own.
I mean,
He
I would
just
say
he
that
just
death is as natural a thing as life itself.
True, but we don't need to use souls after death for our own
Tungsten
designs.
Tungsten
Exactly.
just says Tungsten just
If
says
they
he
ain't
doesn't
using it,
know.
why shouldn't I?
Tungsten just says he doesn't know what's going to happen when his physical body and his soul is eventually destroyed at some point in the future, and that he doesn't know what happens afterward, and he just wants more control over that part of life. That's it.
Hmm. Yeah, I feel much the same. I'm an academic. I'm in it for, the discovery. I'm the study of the soul, the study of what happens, and
He's
an offshoot of that is just what it can be used for when its tragic, fleshy form doesn't need it anymore.
I see.
Tungsten understands, and he just says that he doesn't always align with everything, but like he's okay with difference in like philosophy and opinions and stuff, but some things they relate to, obviously,
Well,
and
I
they're
mean,
willing to work together.
Yes.
anyone with a solid opinion is open to other people's opinions. Otherwise, they don't really believe what they say believe in.
I mean, as long as you're not using ours, I guess it's fine.
I mean, unless you die, I won't be.
I'll try not to die around you then.
Yep. I mean,
Tungsten's
once I've gotten to know you a little better, you might even be able to convince me to bring you back.
I mean, that would be interesting.
Tungsten says I do not want my two lives to become one life. That's all he says.
Well, then you should endeavor to try to change my opinion, I suppose.
He understands that.
Lots of dialogue.
That
Anyway,
is what role playing is.
yep. Just saying. I'll just let you guys go at it.
But I suppose before we figure all of that
He-
out, we'll have to find a guild in the first place.
Yep.
So,
Anyway,
yeah.
this place doesn't really have any guilds at the like Treston, despite it being in Midway Town, does not have any guilds since it's not really like a place that people stay at
Yeah,
most of the time.
more of a traversing town.
Yes, it is. And most of their workforce isn't really guild related anyway. It's like lumberjacks, farmers, etc.
I mean, good for 10 at least. He can get wood here.
Yeah, meanwhile, they do have like the dialogue tinges in the background and not using the breakfast knife to eat, but just like continue working on his little wood statues.
Okay,
It's
no.
just like putting little facial features into it.
Yeah, it's just detail work. It's just detail work.
It's
Precise
just like
movements. Just like carving a pumpkin.
yes, I'm drawing curb.
Oh no. Yeah. You gotta make a happy Kirby face in your wood carving. Yeah. Then you give it a gun. And now you've got the perfect. Yeah, there it is. There you go. That's the wood puppet.
It's just
There we
curb
go.
with a knife.
Yeah, it's just Kirby with a knife.
Alright. In all seriousness, though, or lack thereof. So what do you guys like to do? There's apparently you're currently at it's morning. You just had a nice conversation with your fellow adventurers.
Yeah. We'll go acquaintances for now. Except me, uranium, and tungsten. Tight like that.
But yeah, the Highlands are full of all sorts of things, and you could explore the Highlands of Hydral, or you could just, well, find work or explore. It's up to you.
Alrighty.
What
Does
is your
anyone have
oyster, after all?
Does anyone have a specific inclination either way?
Nope.
Just
Well, I mean,
Money,
again,
money.
Yeah.
we can look at the notice board, but really, I'm just trying to head to Blecken as fast as possible.
the question is, which way would you go for that?
Well, I mean, I was planning to head up through, where are we now?
You're in Hydral, the
Yeah, God,
Highlands.
that arrow is confusing. Well, my plan was heading down through Irun, and then back up, and then through Quell, and then from there up to Blecken.
I return.
That's quite a travel.
Yeah, wouldn't it be not a shorter path to go to the north and then head to Blecken from there?
Should I buy supplies like food?
Would that be a shorter trek, Greg?
If you went through Chris, you could have gone through Hork, went through the bitter cold environment to reach Blecken.
Is that
I have
actually
6 pounds
shorter,
of
though?
ration.
But if you went,
That's 340 miles.
yes, if you went this way, it would be a bit longer.
It's an extra 20 miles.
Okay.
But you avoid the cold, cancerous
However,
roads up
you
here.
have to deal with the extremely toxic environment of the Decayed Lands.
Right. But
I
that's
think it's
kind of
common knowledge for us that's a thing. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah,
Pick your poison.
well,
Cold
yeah,
or toxic?
I'd rather
yeah,
go,
You
I'd
want to
rather
buy
go
man.
I would say I'd rather go to the cold. The cold can be dealt with.
yep.
You want to buy mask, and by mask I mean like the freaking ventilated, like filtered shit, not the other
Not the
one.
stuff
Well-
I'm
you
not
have
allowed to
to
say
wear
that on
to go to
YouTube.
Walmart.
I'm not allowed to say that on YouTube.
Well, I'm already wearing a plague doctor's mask, so that's perfect. Well, to be honest, I actually in Denmark you have to in Denmark you kind of have to wear a properly filtered
not-
mask to get into public transit and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say Arbuckle's wearing a plague doctor's mask?
Yes.
Yep, he is in a plague doctor's outfit. He looks like your stereotypical fucking cultist.
Oh, so we both look like birds.
Hey, Greg, I'll be right back. 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Alright, we can always take a moment for you guys to
Yeah.
think about what you're gonna do.
I mean, I would say, how about the idea of taking a job here, getting a bit of money, and then maybe finding some sort of carriage or something?
Who knows? There might be something interesting going on that you could probably help with.
Yeah, something like that we could, like, maybe get some payment for, then to find a carriage of something or some sort of band that we could, go with to the north.
There also could be rumors about various interesting undiscovered things. You don't
Also
know.
true.
Hint, hint.
Well, look. There's undiscovered shit everywhere. It doesn't matter where you go. It's just
Pretty
pick.
much.
Well-
Like, I imagine you could probably just, like, sit in any bar and listen for things like those.
Because people always like making hideouts and such, especially
True.
cultists and bandits, and they have a tendency to have loot. If they're well, if they get to a point where they can make a hideout, they probably have something in there that's probably worth your time. Because it means they actually had the time to build something. Ruins-wise, however, there shouldn't be that many, but there's probably one or two somewhere.
I see.
Could have some
Alright.
interesting.
Also, where were you gonna find a job or something, or were we
Yeah,
what were we doing?
I think if everyone is more inclined to that, we could find a job on a notice board, take it, do it, maybe look about town, see what there might be about here, and then we could use whatever we get from that to head north to make our way to Blecken. Since Leoson's also interested in the idea of a mage's guild.
Well, as you look at the notice board, there's a few things there.
Alright.
Some odd jobs. There's about 4 of them.
Doing a porno.
Oh, okay. Tungsten's okay with that.
Most of them are pretty good. There's apparently something interesting going on in the northern parts of let's see, what's the fucking town called? Let me just zoom in on it.
Treston.
Pelton.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pelton.
Apparently they broke into a ruins when they were mining at some point, and while they do have it sectioned off so they don't accidentally disturb anything,
Mhm.
they are looking for people that are willing to go in there in their place.
That's not a terrible idea. It's on our way too. Alright, put a pin in that one.
So we're going where were we going exactly? What's the quest exactly?
They found an underground ruins in Pelton.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
Some type of
sorry,
catacombs.
I feel bad for making Greg repeat on YouTube.
It's
Sorry.
fine.
I know.
Just shut up, you'll hear it later.
I'm hoping for that, but I didn't want to take the risk.
Alright, well, what are the next few jobs, just so we have options?
Apparently, there are some dangerous beasts in some of the forests within Hydral that have been giving the lumberjacks some trouble.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
We're reading the notice board now for jobs. There's apparently one. We got dangerous beasts within the forests around Hydral, and in Pelton there's underground ruins to explore, which is on our way, so we could check that out.
Recently
I would
discovered
rather
ruins.
do the underground ruins, to be honest. Do they give a better award?
Well, we're still looking at all of them first.
You're basically looking at what they are, and you're pretty much checking the payments afterwards.
Mm.
Although it seems like the ruins one, they don't really have an exact payment for it. It's just you have to go there to find out.
Yeah, to be honest, I think the payment's the most important part.
In their case, they're kind of like not sure what's actually in there, so they're kind of like it's too recent
Yeah,
to judge it.
Yeah, the Pelton seems like underground exploration to find out what's worth it in there.
They might just ask for a cut. That's about it.
This is true. We can negotiate that.
But you get to keep the rest probably. The payment would probably just be being able to explore it with barely any cuts taken out of it, pretty much.
Indeed. Alrighty. Well, what are the other two jobs?
Apparently there's a wanted poster.
Okay. Who's wanted? Is it Michael Jackson?
Calvin the Sudden. Apparently some type of bandit that has been known for ambushing caravans.
Tungsten is intrigued with the bandit. He wants to slap bandits around a little bit, but he ultimately realizes it's a waste of time.
His bounty
You
apparently
can see
is
him being interested.
his bounty right now is 1,500.
1,500.
Yeah, but that's split 5 ways. That's horrible.
True. All right. Well, what's the
It might
last
increase over time if he's left unchecked.
That's true. We could leave it here for a while, come back and see what happens if we aren't just going to the
And
north.
Also,
Tungsten, when he hears that, declares that he's interested in stopping around some bandits eventually. And he just leaves it at that.
Love, do your
You
fins
also have to-
actually hurt people?
Hmm?
It's Leosin looking at Tungsten going, Love, do your fins actually hurt people?
He says, not to warriors, but I guess this guy is a lot more tougher than I think. But look, I've been imprisoned for 3 days and I was worried sick. I have to let some steam out. That's what he says.
I'm sure I could help with that. Well, let's look at the jobs.
and the last one,
He says we can focus on priorities for now, but some eventual bandit slapping is definitely not something he's against.
they just need someone to run errands, delivery errands around between Shadowfell and Treston. That's all. It's paying poorly, like 250.
Alrighty. So that's all the jobs at the moment. I
The
agree.
beast one, however, is apparently paying 100 a head that you find.
Alright.
Just and you get to keep the whatever you kill. So
Okay. I could. Leosin puts his stock in the idea of the underground ruins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tungsten is also going with that, despite how much he wants to beat up bandits. But like he knows that it
You
might
see-
be the best.
Can you
So
see
what-
that desire in Tungsten's face?
So what's
the
that?
wanted poster.
Yeah, that
Uh,
very recognizable desire to just fuck up some fucking bandits.
Sorry, who asked what now?
Me, but I'm back. I still don't know what exactly.
Okay, our options are go to Pelton, explore some ruins. It doesn't have a reward listed yet, so we'd probably have to go ask in Pelton. Kill dangerous beasts, 100 DR per head of each beast, and we get to keep what we kill. A wanted poster for a man named Calvin Sutton, who's apparently a bandit ambushing caravans around here for 1500 DR. And run delivery errands between Shadowfell and Treston for 250 DR.
Tin is just calculating how much that would be in oak.
So,
can you
Every
even
part of
carry all
oak-
your figurines?
Look, that's just half of whatever you make, because oak is like 2 DR, so there you go. Just divide everything by 2.
Think about how much oak you could buy with all that money.
I think he
But-
needs strafe training at first, if anything.
Get strength training first and then start buying more oak.
Because his strafe is so bad, he could theoretically get strafe training.
So I guess, yeah, so Leosin wants to go to Pelton. That's his vote.
And same with Tungsten. He thinks it's the best decision, despite his other desires.
Since it's north, it goes in the general direction of where we want to go, and has
It's a little
possibility.
off the beaten path, but you can still get
Yeah,
it.
it's a little off, but you can always just get back on it.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? You might also get some useful materials from the mines. You don't know what kind of mines it is.
True.
Also, the journey is a wild card. It might give us something good or bad.
Well, you do know there's someone ambushing caravans, but they probably won't target you. Your group's a bit small.
We got 2 big boys though.
And we're armed, and we're not in the bathroom. We're not nothing. We can
There's
just beat them up.
there's no bathroom on the road.
They ain't
Or
no-
basically we should be fine unless they do the same thing. In which case, if that happens, Tungsten's gonna lose his shit.
they ain't no bathrooms where you're going.
Imagine some dude like traveling in a porta potty with wheels on it, and he just gets he just gets kicked over.
You know,
in the middle of the
It's just a
road.
wizard levitating his fucking porta potty.
No, you just do it nature's way, and you dig a hole, and that's it.
Yeah, you have a portable hole that you dump.
portable, portable hole.
Yeah, the portable hole of dumping. Hey guys.
Ah, yes, the good.
It's a hole
The
that
good,
moves with you somehow.
That's what I'm assuming our characters are doing. They're just
It reminds me of those
behind
fucking
trees
cartoon bits where you just have like the fucking black sphere you just throw on the fucking ground. Portable hole.
but only for taking a shit.
It's only big
And
enough.
then like
It's literally only big enough for a turret to go in it. That's it.
and then like
What precise aim you must have.
and then like somebody like and then the wizard decides to weaponize the hole and somehow manage to fit a person into it as a defensive spell.
I mean, shrink spell is gonna be the next update, so
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
sorry for delaying. I just
So what is everyone's opinion on our current job lives?
seems kind of leaning towards
Well, I
underground.
definitely think the runes are the right move.
It's
Tim,
unknown
you-
what type of runes it is too.
Tin is fine with everything.
All right, and uranium. What about you?
Yeah, as long as they can make money, I don't care.
I mean, hey, if we go there and they're like, whatever you find in there, you keep. Like that just
Okay,
means
so it's
more
that
money
one.
for us. Yeah. So I guess we'll head to Pelton then. Pelton. There we go. I keep wanting to say Peloton for some reason.
Pelican.
Yeah, Pelican. I'm a bird. Okay.
See, such a travel. Yeah, it's gonna be like a 11-hour travel for you guys. That would basically mean it would probably be around 7 p.m. in the setting by the time you can just get there.
That's
Alright.
not terrible.
Yeah.
That's just walking, right?
I mean, it doesn't make a difference. You're gonna be in underground ruins. Doesn't matter if
Yeah,
it's
sure.
day or fucking night.
We go underground. You ain't gonna see the sky anyway.
The question
Tungsten
is,
says his sleep schedule is already fucked up, so he doesn't care.
I'm sorry to hear, love.
just
We'll
like
fix
the
it at
life
one-
of a college student, the sleep
we'll fix
schedule
it
is
at one
ruined.
point.
Because they've been in a cave for like 3 days, so it's
Yeah, you guys are pretty much like barely probably keeping it in a normal regimen now.
Leosin packs Tungsten's back.
He says, I'm just glad to be back. That's all he says.
I am too, dear. We should probably go see what we can find in a cave in Pelton, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now-
he's fine with that.
Given the fact that you're in the Highlands, it's not that hard to traverse the paved roads are actually quite useful to traverse the Highlands, since going off the beaten path is actually a lot harder than it would be in normal areas, since due to the rather steep nature of some areas in Hydral.
It's like a roller coaster. The only speed you get is down.
It's very like it's very highly elevated. It's either highly elevated or valley like, essentially.
Makes sense.
So I'll prep some rolls to decide on what happens.
Still Leviathan. Oh wow, we found like 2 million pounds of gold or something. I don't know. And one
Oh,
very
that's
bad
actually kind
thing.
of nice.
Hey, when did we
One
find
very
two
good
that
thing
have
and
much
very bad.
gold?
No, they're just joking.
It's just a joke.
Yeah, we're memeing.
Oh.
Yes.
No gold yet for us.
Sadly.
No, sorry. I didn't mean to confuse. I'm sorry. But the one in the 20 scares me. Oh, like what? The 20 is good. The one is scaring me. Let's see. We rolled 2 on a D20 apparently. That's gonna be fun, obviously. Null elementals. Who knows?
I actually don't have any
A
idea.
little early
how
for
the
no
ring-
elementals, don't you think?
I don't have any idea
Yeah,
how the ring system works.
It's
so I'm just
you.
looking at it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating.
Are
I'm
you?
just-
Are you?
I hope I am. I hope I am.
What is
I
your
like
what can I ask? What does your puffer fish have pincers?
Wait,
Why
what?
does your goldfish have
Pincers? Where?
Like on the left side of the puffer fish that Burb drew, it has pincers on
I
it.
think that's its mouth. That might be its mouth.
Yeah, that's the mouth. That's the mouth. Like it's
Okay.
mostly lips. Hold on, let me make that better. Let me make that better. I can make this.
There's the big lips.
Here we go. The big lips.
I'm
yeah,
so
like the
glad I
Mario.
made a
There-
cropped
there
out
it
fucking.
is.
I'm so glad I made a cropped out
Arrowfish.
pufferfish image.
Now it looks like that.
There we go.
That looks like that Mario enemy.
The cheap shop,
Yeah, the cheap.
or what the fuck you call it? The cheap or cheap shop? I forget what the
I
fucking
think
name
it's
is.
cheap. But in any
I don't
case-
know, but basically big lipped fish, basically.
Oh yeah, girl. So what do we encounter on the road?
Well,
Death.
Only on
Let's see.
Tuesdays.
well, you're getting some rather scenic routes so far. Like the road up north apparently is a bit quite scenic. Lots of evergreen trees, steep cliffs, and like vibrant wildlife too. Just going about.
I see if I appreciate the beauty. I don't know why I rolled. I screwed something up. It's fine.
You fail
it's
to
fine.
appreciate the beauty.
The appreciation has failed.
Do I appreciate the beauty? Let's
Just-
find out. Yes, I appreciate the beauty.
What stat must you use to appreciate beauty?
Perception.
Wisdom,
Perception.
perception, yeah, like
Okay,
perception,
then.
basically.
I just roll a d20. It's more a personal thing than.
It's just a joke. It's just a pointless bit for
It's
no
for
reason.
fun. It's for fun.
Mhm.
Sometimes when you roll random stuff, interesting things happen.
I see.
True story. True
Oh
story.
no, you took his mohawk.
Oh,
The puff
let me
is
just get rid of this image. Hold on, I'll redraw him anyway. Don't worry.
he's proceeding to fire the needles in all directions.
The pufferfish is activated.
Giant needles.
Now he just looks
start
like a
to shrink.
flounder. Now he just looks like a
Giant
flounder.
Kinda.
Giant
does.
massive needles strike the world, like massive needles. No one knows where it came from.
Instead of a Tarrasque, it's a giant pufferfish.
Yes.
And all it does is it just makes
No
that
one
one
knows why
fucking
it came.
noise. It just makes the
No one knows why
noise.
it's. Sorry.
It just goes like oh, wherever the fuck the thing is. Whatever the noise it makes when it eats a carrot.
Hmm.
I can't properly do it.
Alrighty.
Yeah, let me just delete this thing. It's all in multiple parts, which is annoying. I wish it can group the image.
Next time you encounter, there's apparently some tracks. There's some animal-like tracks on the pathway leading towards the woods.
Do I care about these tracks? Well, like, hold on. Let me roll something. Actually, I'm going to roll investigation on what kind of animal this is. Is that it? Or
Roll
or
animal
nature?
handling.
Animal handling. What was
Do you
that?
know what
Okay,
type
here we
of
go.
animal it is?
I have no idea. I think it's like if it was a wolf, I think it's a bird instead.
Wouldn't that just be nature?
That's what happened.
Alright, guys, I think I'm gonna go in a bit. I really don't have the mental energy for this right now. I'm
That's
fucking
unfortunate.
exhausted.
I'll try.
Let's
and
see.
I might be
Alright.
back
If-
later,
if
but
it-
I'm just gonna recharge for a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe a nap will help, anyways. Yeah.
Gotcha, kiddo.
Well, if we have to end early at some point, we can end early. But
Yeah, we can. It's fine.
for now,
At least
let's
we
just
have a
keep,
consistent.
let's keep going at least.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you guys should stop because I fucking go, but you guys feel
It's
free to-
okay. It's okay. Well,
I
look,
mean,
like, you know.
Gonna be honest, I'm also gonna head out.
Soon.
Oh.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, I really fucking
You're
wanted
just too
to play,
tired?
'cause I was actually
yeah,
having
it's
a fuck ton of
it's
fun.
really fucking late.
Okay.
It was a great time. It was a pleasure to play with you guys.
Wait.
That's
So,
good.
but it's
It's
like
fine.
you're always leaving at this hour, or is it just kind of like announcing?
You're just tired today.
Because like this is
mean-
our normal hour. to be
Yeah,
honest.
exactly. Normally, I would
Yeah.
have just been at school today and
Mhm.
shit, and just been able to, kind of have my brain turned off for most of the day. But today I had to do a bunch of troubleshooting on my computer because had to get to work today.
Mhm.
I mean, if it results in a short session today, at least that's fine. You don't have to.
Yeah,
be-
we have a consistent like session rate, so it's okay.
I usually try to keep it like within like a little over 3 hours, if anything.
Yeah,
It's fine.
but for future reference, like how is that going to work for you, Tim?
I'm gonna look into it because it's like
Because
it's getting to three.
it did mention that like it was gonna last till like up to like 6 hours.
Like I personally don't mind
Up
if we
to,
start
at
earlier,
least.
but that's up to Greg.
Earlier is fine if you guys can get here.
That works for me. It actually is more
Yeah.
help for me. If anything.
Starting
okay with
earlier,
that.
starting earlier wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm alright with that.
It's because really it comes down to how on time do you guys get, or how early you guys get here?
Yep.
Mhm.
I literally get up at 4 p.m. So
I know I can trust MK and Tungsten.
So I
Yeah, I'm
usually
fine.
get up like 2 hours before I even start the fucking game anyway.
I'm definitely fine. Definitely fine. I do have a
Mhm.
job.
We're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be. I'm heading out for it because like
All right.
it's around 3 a.m. over here, so
Oh yeah,
Right.
that's indeed its own cluster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same shit. It's 2:30 here, but normally I'm good to play till like 4 or 6. It's just today has been like a mental exhaustion of
You
trying
burned out today, basically.
You
I've
Yeah.
been
are
fucking
psychic,
wandering
David.
around my closet trying to find the right fucking screws for my new motherboard, and it's because it didn't
Look,
come with any screws. And
David, I'm not worried about you. It's more like Tim I was worried about.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, you did know what we were getting into at least.
Well, I mean, you guys have a good sleep then for whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank
we'll
you
try to
much.
keep it. We'll try to get like we try not to like do anything too severe while you guys are gone. That way,
We can't afford to do that anyway. We can't afford that to do that anyway. We're a bunch of tanks. And,
yeah, that's the one reason
yeah.
why. Too many frontline tanks. Because
Mhm.
the damage
So
is
the
going.
moment we hit anything serious, it's a stopping point.
Yes. But
Mhm.
while that goes on, you guys can do a lot of fun bits.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
remember, there's always other ways of solving combat without combat.
Oh yeah, that's also true.
Mm-hmm.
You have a good night, PJ.
Yeah, see you guys around.
Awesome.
Hopefully, you're able to stay longer next time, or at least
if we start
or-
early, that's not gonna be an issue.
if earlier
I
would
think we
help.
can all do it. I think we can all
Mhm.
do it. Yeah.
Getting here on time definitely would help because it seemed like you were like a bit off. But
Mhm.
yeah, we definitely should try to like start earlier for you.
Shift the
right.
start time a bit.
Yeah, just do
Sounds
it.
fine.
If you can get an extra
Right.
hour for you out of it for you, that would help you a lot.
Would be great. Yeah.
But for now, let's finish up the non-combat stuff and try to get it to a point where everyone will have to be involved.
Your turn.
Okay.
Welcome back.
I can play some more. Yeah, I
Second win. Or just how strong desire. Second win or strong desire. I don't know. But welcome back.
I think his interest finally came back for a moment.
Mhm.
no, I figured out I had an energy drink in my backpack.
Okay.
Well, that'll
I
probably
worked
buy you
for me.
about an extra 30 minutes.
No, it'll buy me an extra couple hours.
All right.
Works for me. I don't have to work today, so
I don't want to leave too many people left out, though. So
just
we'll
one
just try
person.
to...
Yeah, that's fine.
We're still missing
Let's
the
just
other guy.
continue for now.
But
Let's
yeah.
just
Alright.
continue for now. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Guys, I wish I'm really gonna head out, but I wish you guys a good one.
okay.
You two do.
Alright.
Okay, next time.
See you guys.
I'm glad to have you.
Oh, that sounded mildly sexual.
Anyway.
Are you jealous?
Maybe I am, Fernan Titties.
I think you're losing your touch. You normally go for new stuff. You've been just repeating
Sure.
yourself.
Well, that's because that's the one for today.
Well, wasn't that yesterday?
It's the word of the day.
I'm gonna need a heavy bolter for this heresy.
the word of the day is Fernan Titties.
God fucking damn. Fernandez Soto acronym of the day.
Fernan
Right. Fernand Soda?
Fernan Soda? Is that a new one? Ferneracy. There we go.
Of a heresy? No.
Yeah, in Japan.
Ferneracy. That's Fernandez heresy.
YouTube is talking. The YouTube fish is talking.
The
Continue.
YouTube fish.
Yeah, the YouTube fish. That's the one who
You-
signifies all 5 people who are going to watch the YouTube video.
Yes.
Oh, it's just a YouTube fish.
Well, okay, so what were we doing?
Alright, in all seriousness,
Yeah.
you basically caught animal tracks, and Scorpio thought it was like a fish or something. Something that should not be on land. So
Wait, what did we catch?
Love, I
Animal
understand
tracks.
to make big footprints, but I don't. we found tracks, animal tracks on our.
Look, you don't understand. Like
look,
the
Well,
like
in
I've
our
seen this before.
defense, we're technically fish people, so
That's what I was about to say. Like Leosin looks at Tungsten and just goes, "Love, I know you have big feet, but that does not mean it's a fish like you."
Yeah, but look, if you push the fin in a particular way, it makes that pattern. And then suddenly Tungsten realizes like his flawed logic, and he just feels embarrassed about it.
I kind of want to turn on my webcam so you guys can slowly watch me fucking like fall into the shadow realm. But, like, I'm pretty sure I'm sinking further and further into my
No,
chair
Yuki, I will
involuntarily.
win this duel.
Extra fine chair.
Yeah, it's extra fine. I mean, I would say, do we have a desire to follow the tracks, or should we just keep moving?
It depends on how you go about it. You don't have to like follow
Yeah.
them.
And that's why I'm asking the party. It's like, do we want to follow the tracks for any reason?
Tungsten has no
nine-
interest.
with the 19, Greg, does that can tell any more details of the tracks?
Dire wolves.
Fuck. No.
Apparently, dire wolves. Go.
I guess that answers
I hate
that.
fighting dire wolves. Shit sucks.
This is like Battle Brothers all over again.
Dire wolves are actually.
I'm not afraid of direwolves. I can like.
In Zera, the continent of Zera, dire wolves are most prominent in forests and highlands. Just so you know.
Well, we'll just move at a slower pace so we can keep up a higher stealth.
Well,
My
As
fat
opposed-
can absorb direwolf.
they already got past the pathway.
Oh.
They're in like the woods somewhere.
Fuck that. Why? Why are we doing this? Why? No.
I would think we should just move along.
This would have been
Yeah.
how.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, let's move.
Yeah, you
along.
don't have to do anything to this. You could just
Yeah, I
ignore it.
know. So let's
We don't
let's
have
move
to-
let's move along instead.
The freaking
you're not
direwolf pushes me aside.
You're not obligated to literally attack the wolves or whatever the hell they might be. I'm just basically stating the obvious here. That's probably from dire wolves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we're not gonna do that. We're just
Yeah.
not gonna do that.
So we will continue moving past instead.
Mm-hmm. So this area apparently has this section of the Highlands apparently has some very nice plant life. Some very pretty flowers and such.
Let's see if I appreciate it once again.
Some of them appear to be rather fluorescent in color, like bright.
Be rare.
I
and
observe-
then
I
we can
observe it
sell their
close.
skins for
I
a lot
hate
of
these
money.
flowers.
Can
I observe it.
Okay. Yeah, I can. So what'd you say these are? These are plants?
Yes.
Can
I observe them.
Can I make like a nature check of
Fernandez,
some
what was
sort?
that one for?
Enjoying the scenario, and I said I hate it.
You hate flowers?
Yeah, I know, but I'm just. This is what my character thinks about the flowers.
And can I? Okay, and so can I? Can I use nature or something to examine the flowers? and
Yes,
know
you
what
can
type
use
they
whatever
are?
Yeah,
whatever skill you feel like
actually,
would work.
I'll do that too. I'll use nature to examine the.
Tungsten gets close, but he does not touch it because he knows weird shit happens and he
Actually-
investigates it.
If I use alchemy instead of nature, could I determine if these plants?
If
have
they're
some
an
sort of-
ingredient for something?
Yeah, if they're an
Yes.
ingredient. Alright,
Can
Elena,
can I
what do you-
use literal nature to try to figure out what the fuck these plants are?
That's a.
It
That's
might
a
help
16
you understand if they're poisonous or not.
That's a 16 alchemy. That's a 16 for alchemy.
Mhm.
You think you could
Niner
eat?
niner. That's a natural one.
You think it's edible?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
so
not.
now we know they're not edible.
I'm not
I'm
hungry.
kidding.
Well, you didn't see him eat them yet, so let's see if he eats
I'm-
them.
Anyway,
not hungry.
as a heads up, MK, these flowers have a very special leaf on, like the leaf parts of the flower apparently are quite useful for medicine.
All right.
Oh.
They're calic
Okay.
leaves.
Calic leaves. All right.
I'm actually
know what
semi
calic leaves
decent
are?
at medicine.
I don't.
Does Lewison know what calic leaves are? If the plant is dangerous as a result?
Yes, they are a rather nice ingredient for making healing potions.
Okay, so they're not dangerous. Okay.
Okay, so how many of these types of plants are there?
Well, one flower can give you about half a pound of leaves, and there's quite a few. Let me see how many there are. There are 6 of
So
them.
tungsten.
There are 6 that you noticed
Tungsten
within the random foliage and such.
Alrighty.
So tungsten does a few things. He offers himself to pick up the flower first in case of anything, and 2, he suggests could we save the flower and make it grow like on a pot or something at some point.
Yeah, that sounds good. I would say I want to try and like, do I don't. Oh, I have a vial. Is there a way I could take one of these plants and keep it in a vial to preserve it?
No,
Well,
that would not
well,
preserve it.
Well, to preserve a plant, you need to get the root network.
Yeah, I know, but that's like if I dug it up and like put dirt and water into the vial with the plant
Nah,
itself.
hold on. Let me just actually
I
get
don't know about that one,
a.
Chief.
Yeah.
Let me just scoop out one of my rations out of the small packaging that they usually come in, like sort of an MRE package, and I'll fucking and I'll
Meanwhile,
just
I extract
fill
the
that with
plant
dirt and
carefully.
put it in there. Oh no!
No, I stop. But I did touch it, but I did stop. Yeah.
What tools
hold
do
on.
you use to extract it? Do you just rip it
be-
out?
Be careful
No,
with
I don't rip it
extracting it.
out.
Hold on. Let me try to see if I can get it out.
Tungsten nods and he steps back. But at least
And,
we know the plant isn't dangerous because I touched
yeah.
it.
I'm gonna try to use nature to try to, gently take the dirt around the plant. Try to get as much of the root network as I can and get it up.
Mhm.
That's a
Doesn't hurt to
27.
take the whole plant and attempt to. That's really good.
That's really good. So you sleight handing that?
No, that's
That
nature.
is. Yeah.
That's your nature?
Yeah, using nature knowledge to extract it, basically.
You have a +7 out of +8.
Oh shit, that's 26 then.
Just -1. Just
Okay.
-1.
But still, you essentially carefully extract the flower itself, like the plant. The whole plant instead.
Alrighty. And could I basically get 4 of them to get like 2 pounds of the leaf material?
Yeah, 4 of them could be turned into 2 pounds of calic leaves.
Alright, then I will do that. I will attempt to grab 2 pounds of the calic leaves from 4 and leave 1 behind.
Mm-hmm. As you do.
So the calic leaves, they're just physical leaves, right?
Yeah, you're taking the leaves off the lower part of the plant.
Okay.
The flower has no purpose whatsoever besides being decorative.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just put them in my pouch then. 2 pounds of leaves.
Yeah, the flower doesn't do shit.
Yeah, I would say vials or such are only for more liquid-based alchemical reagents. Unless I could crush up the leaves into a fine liquid or something.
Just snort it.
Totally. All right. How do you spell calic?
Like this.
All right. I was close. And K.
In case you're
Alright.
wondering what their effect is, I'll get that for you right now.
Sure,
Calic
yeah.
leaves, if made into a potion, would restore 8 hit points per per one that you add pound of it. You know?
Gotcha.
Takes up 2 alchemy slots though for you.
Alrighty. Makes sense. How many alchemy slots do I have when I make a potion again?
Let's see, what's your mastery level?
For
It's one.
Novice?
Yeah.
If it's novice, you only have 1 at the moment, so you can't prepare it properly yet into a potion. But if you get a little bit more training, you would be able to.
Gotcha. Cool. Good to know.
But you do know that you can use it if you get a bit more skilled.
So I do still take them anyway, just to have them.
Yeah, they're not going to go bad. You're basically going to preserve them in a certain way,
Pretty much.
so you can actually use them as ingredients. Anyway, what's next? Oh yeah, the one.
Oh, death. Death is coming.
There's
Death is
So you
apparently
get
a
surrounded
quaking
by 20
noise.
dire wolves.
There's
Huh?
a
What?
there's a quake in the fucking there's a quaking noise occurring in the distance. You hear trees rustling, birds flying.
Tungsten says, let's back the heck away and just freaking like let's just go the opposite direction very quick, very
Yeah,
fast.
I'm
and-
gonna prepare an action to cast a corrupt creature. If I see anything dangerous come out of the woods. Gonna ready up an action, and that'll be it.
With several more steps, a rather large man giant like person basically comes out of the fucking woods. He's wearing like hide armor, has a big metal crudely made metal blade, and he has like some wooden sticks that he uses as javelins.
How far away is he?
Some big one.
How far away?
He pops through the fucking trees and he's basically like, I would say like 50 feet away.
Hmm.
Okay,
He's
like is
he's
everyone
apparently
running?
like
What?
what?
Is everyone moving backward?
Yep.
I would say yeah, moving away.
Well, I try to be in the back. I mean, not in the back. I mean, like I'm interposing myself between the guy, but we're all running.
This man appears this giant appears to have a long beard with metal plates bands in it to braid it it's like braided with metal bands in it, and is it's like a Viking helmet.
Why are we running?
We're running because there's a giant who's trying to kill us. Potentially.
Yeah,
potentially
well, you don't-
hostile.
We're running.
He's currently
We're
looking.
assuming.
He's not aware of your presence yet.
Can
Yeah,
I
that's why I'm
roll
like-
insight to see if he's hostile?
Appears to be hunting.
Can I roll some
Yeah.
insight to see if he's hostile?
You could.
I will do that.
Thing is, he is hostile. It's just not he's hostile to us directly.
26.
He's hunting, so
Like, if he saw us, would he try to kill us?
well, how do you judge that in real life, concrete?
It's kind of hard to judge, but he is pretty intimidating.
Well, the fun thing is that, evolution has given us this magical tool of instincts towards predators.
He is
that
very
actually allows you to intuitively know if someone is intending to harm you.
This man
so-
is very intimidating, but that's because he's fucking big.
Fuck it, let's
Okay.
try to kill this thing.
Wait. Tungsten says, wait. Let's just like why? Let's just run.
Well, because would be great practice. And this would be an awesome corpse. I'm gonna start to cast corrupt creatures.
He says
but
there are
I'm gonna
probably
take
consequences to this.
but I'm gonna take an extra action to do it.
Do any of you look close? Actually, another insight thing for you. You notice purplish like rocks in his one shoulder.
Oh, that looks valuable. Okay, yeah, corrupt creature.
Tungsten is like just freaking out, just saying like murdering like an innocent might have consequences, and murdering a really dangerous creature is probably not a good idea, especially with maybe those stones have different purpose.
One.
Tries to say all that within 6 seconds, basically.
So you're attempting to corrupt creature.
Well, you
the
have
mountain
12
giant.
seconds. You have 12 seconds.
12 seconds until he hits the mountain giant.
I would
Yeah,
say
he
it's,
says-
it's indeed better to not mess with the creature when we don't know what it's here for.
He
Well,
says that
I disagree. This thing would be a great case study.
It's a mountain giant.
Yep. And
What do we know about mountain giants anyway?
They're very hardy and stubborn.
with that, corrupt creature goes off. I'm gonna expend a soul. It costs me 5 mana.
Well, did the creature reply to Tungsten or no?
Did Tungsten speak to him yet?
Yeah,
I was talking to Dave only.
Oh,
but maybe my
today.
voice can be heard. I don't know.
It's
I'm
Yeah, it
like,
might
you can see
get put
Tungsten
up
like
here.
freaking out frantically.
Mhm. So
But yeah, wisdom save.
it activates Indomitable. It
It's
gains
a barbarian.
Mhm.
it gains its
I mean, it's unaware that this is happening, by the way, until it like
it's
hits, unless it spots us, of course.
if you're hitting him with it, and he's a fucking brutish creature.
I
Much
have
like
to agree with David here, Greg, because you had made a statement. You can't do the reactions like that if you don't know it's gonna happen.
no, this happens, or this can happen naturally. This thing happens automatically, pretty much. That is for the first thing every turn. Pretty much will activate this.
This is Fury
Just saying.
Barbarian, right?
No, he's not a barbarian.
Oh, he's not. Okay.
He's
This is a
using
mountain
Indomitable.
giant passive.
It's like Dragon Indomitable, basically.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Uh,
fine. I was confusing it with the class abilities. It's
Basically,
Alright.
the first wisdom saving throw of each turn is applies as
specifically wisdom.
yes, they're very stubborn and have very high willpower.
Sure.
And Tungsten
They're
just
known
says
for
you
having an
fucked
iron
up.
will.
So he negates the entire
No,
thing. Just
he's adding his
save it?
CR rating to his fucking wisdom save.
Oh, that's fine. Frickin', how do you calculate my what? How would I calculate what my saving throw DC is?
quarter of your level, your wisdom modifier +8 plus mastery of the skull.
So essentially, my
8 plus
my
7 is
mastery
15.
plus my thing.
So it's
plus my
15
wisdom.
plus your mastery, which was adept from what I heard. So it's 18 because you don't have the +1 yet from the levels because you're only level 3.
Mm-hmm.
Plus
Yeah,
his
he's
wisdom modifier, which is 7, I believe.
Yeah, so it's 18.
Yeah, DC 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
He managed to resist it.
Yep.
And then Tungsten says you fucked up. Let's run.
He turns over.
I'm not gonna be able to outrun this thing.
Tungsten is just like freaking out and he's like running with the others basically.
He braces his blade.
Mm-hmm.
Roll initiative.
All I'm
Oh my
saying,
goodness.
I was asking is like maybe we shouldn't just assume that this guy was evil and not attack him.
I am not assuming he's evil.
No, he just thinks it's an interesting test case basically.
Just
And
just murder hoboing. There's a difference.
Do I have a proper giant image?
This isn't
my
murder
goodness.
hoboing. This is for science
No.
and for having a neat corpse. I need to start collecting,
Attacking
man.
intelligent creatures, I would indeed consider murder hoboing.
No,
Yeah.
murder hoboing was if
Yeah.
I did it without reason.
Well, if
You
your
did
reason is
basically do
terrible,
this without
yeah.
reason.
Yeah, it's the reason is still terrible. It's still murder hoboing.
It is not a terrible reason. I want him.
Still a bad
Yeah.
reason.
I'm
You
not
shall
even
be mine.
helping this case. I'm just leaving.
I also. am
Tungsten is running. Tungsten is like freaking
I
fleeing.
mean, I'll keep running as well. Like staying in one place
yeah,
does me
yeah,
no
we're
good.
not stopping. We're not stopping you, but we're freaking fleeing completely.
Like if he
Keep
decides
in mind,
to
you are in a
ignore us,
woods.
that's
It's
what-
not easy for him to keep track of you guys.
Indeed. So basically moving throughout the so basically we're just
Also,
moving where we can to get around.
You could theoretically escape this.
Yeah.
I don't have a reason to fight it, so that's all the reasons I need.
I also don't.
oh no, oh no.
But you can get a hint of the CR, by the way.
Yeah, it's probably very, 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 very high. If it has Indomitable.
Well, no, the thing is,
Oh
like,
my
it's
goodness.
mountain giants have like orcs have some ability like thing where they pretty much boost their wisdom save.
Yep.
Let me see.
Once per rest or something, or once per turn, depending on what type of creature it is.
I'm assuming it's going to be a CR6.
Yes, it is. This one's
Well,
not.
I actually got it right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Look at me go.
Okay, yeah, I'm agreeing with the whole running thing now.
Yeah, Tungsten says we'll talk about this later. Let's just freaking bolt.
I definitely thought if we could get the drop on it, we would have a chance, but
Ah,
it was just like negated.
wonder why. Because it was
Yeah.
the first thing that was on the mind was murder.
Keep in mind, this creature does have armor, and mountain giants are known for a lot of things. They're not fun
my
to deal. They're pretty hardy. When I say hardy, I mean literally.
Weren't we 50 feet away, you said?
Like their skin is known
Yeah,
to have
50.
a thin layer of stone to it.
You might want to move it
Yeah,
a
we
bit
are
back,
50
Greg.
feet.
We were 50 feet away from it.
I know, but I'm just saying that their skin is known to be as hard as stone.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, this is bad.
So, let's see whose initiative works, because this is what's going to determine if you actually can leave or not.
Oh my goodness.
My initiative is 2.
Mine is 7.
Okay, so I get to act first then.
So
here's what I'm
David's the
gonna
one
do.
that is at risk here.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't rolled it yet. I need a second.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you didn't roll. Sorry. Yeah.
That's my initiative. 1 second. It's plus that much. Okay, let's roll. I'm good.
All right.
I mean, you can't fail.
You're
Unless
right.
you roll a 1.
Which could happen.
So,
run over
who's
it.
bailing?
I'm the only one that's really fucked.
Getting punished for fucking attacking a giant,
Oh
basically.
yeah, trust me, it'll just kill me in one.
This
blow,
is just
don't even worry
instant
about it.
karma at this point.
I'll probably just die immediately. Don't worry about it.
Well, it depends if he hits.
I have a defense of 9.
Oh my goodness.
He's got a.
Sayonara.
You just got the fucking. What was that one meme? It's the fucking like Titanic fucking song, but like it was poorly played with a recorder.
Mhm.
Yeah, just the horrible whistling.
Don't worry. I'll get out of it. Don't worry about it.
I mean, this is actually a hard encounter. This is.
I can probably get myself out of this.
Yeah, if we went for like summons first and then do the surprise attack, maybe.
The
that
problem
would've
is,
worked,
David was already casting the moment you guys were discussing.
And also, Johnson isn't gonna help obviously in this situation. He's just gonna flee. So it's like it's a really bad situation.
And encountered a high willpower creature as well.
I could help David, but the question is, do I want to?
Wait, hold on. I can I have a thing I can cast.
You know what the worst
I'm not
part
gonna break
about
characters. So. Yep.
You know what the worst part about its resist is? Even if it didn't even use its indomitable will, it still would have succeeded.
Yep.
Such
Okay.
is life.
It's roll-
I'm contemplating saving him or not. Help me, Tungsten.
Why don't
Tungsten
you
doesn't look interested in
Fun
this at
fact:
all.
you could grab Arbuckle.
I know.
Mhm.
That's why I'm debating if I want to help him or not. Part of me doesn't. Mostly
Part-
because it's all his fault.
Because it's his problem that he caused. Could have just said did nothing and let the guy go by.
Like
Yeah.
my man decided to put the to be continued sign on himself.
Yep.
I'm just gonna run. Okay. I'll let Tungsten do the saving. That's more his thing.
So
it is
Tungsten does some.
Okay.
Tungsten's gonna do some interesting actions. When is his turn?
Well,
All right, so
Fernandez put his turn on hold.
No, I just
Alright,
I ran.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he basically bailed.
so Tungsten is going to use persuasion, and he's going to say
Do you
Let's
speak
see, what is-
giant?
say again.
Do you speak giant?
No, but do I know that? Do I know about that?
I mean, you can still
Do I know
try.
about like? Okay, so like
don't- they only-
Tungsten's gonna make the assumption the giant can speak common, but maybe he's making a big mistake in that. And he's gonna basically say, like he's gonna be a little bit insulting. He doesn't mean to be insulting, but it's gonna sound insulting. He says, he says that was one of our party members. That's not the rest of us. Please forgive us as a whole. That's what he basically says. in common.
The man does not understand.
No, and also he's running while doing this. He's running while doing this, and he's
I mean,
going to
yeah,
move.
speaking is a free action.
I am going to move 25 feet, and I'm going to save the 5 feet of movement to block for Leosin, or uranium if it comes down to it.
Mhm.
Not gonna be a problem. I'm gonna be closest.
And he's gonna like activate like Earth Mantra as a bonus action as well if he gets hit as a reaction.
So you're
There
just
you go.
so you're
That's the
just
whole
holding
thing.
your bonus action for Earth Mantra. All right.
And I'm also holding a movement action to block to intercept. Yep.
Anyway, it is MK's turn.
I guess Leosin will you can dash, right?
Well, if you dash,
Um,
if you dash without a magic item or something or any abilities,
you'll be doing
it
fast
can-
movement,
it-
which can exhaust you.
Yeah, it has exhaustion. Exhaustion is really bad.
It's very. It's
Okay.
well,
You
your
don't wanna do it.
constitution's not good with it, so you'd probably have problems.
You don't want to do it.
Then I'll just 30 feet just directly down out of the area. So
Come on, when you go out of the map, you do hit woods, lots of woods, so you won't have to worry too much.
yep.
Just assume my character enters woods after the next turn. He's just blocking for people, basically. This is not going to be good. No.
So how does dashing work in this system?
Dash is a
double-
special action that lets you do a fast movement as a normal movement. So you basically don't have to worry about the penalties of fast movement, which is
Okay,
exhaustion.
So if you use your action for dashing, you don't get penalties.
Come on.
Basically, dash actions usually have it's like it replaces basically if you use your move action to dash, which basically gives you the double movement as a normal movement rather than a fast movement to do it to get the same effect. Yeah, man.
No, I don't.
S-
Like, is there
I
a
mean,
simple way to say that?
Greg,
Dash it's
presumably-
fast movement without the
presum-
penalties of fast movement.
Greg, come on, don't keep me in suspense.
All right.
All right.
Man wields
worry
his
about it next
his crudely made sword.
I mean, I can
This is not gonna be
definitely, I can definitely get really far away if
And he misses.
Yes. Okay.
What the hell? That was like the most improved. That was amazing. Amazing
Fucking
one.
misses.
The plot armor is thick with this one.
He
Holy
fucking
cow! Like you were
just
saved by a
almost
miracle.
hits you. Almost hits you. Like it's like
Oh,
next
yeah,
to you.
miracle.
Dude, like if he'd rolled
Some
a
of your
3
robe
or
is
higher,
cut
he
off.
hits me. On a 3 or higher, he hits me, but he gets that in that one. Yes, let's get it.
Wow. Holy
Uh,
cow!
is that
you're,
me, Greg?
You're insanely lucky.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast Flicker.
You just blink out of existence. Back into the woods.
I'm gone.
You
All
just-
right. Wow.
Oh, so yeah, I don't even trigger an attack of opportunity. I'm just gone.
Yeah, because you're warped.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got so lucky. Your character got saved.
That was the deciding factor. If he hits you
Yeah,
or
but-
not.
Roll
A
damage
2 or
with
higher and he's
curiosity,
dead.
Greg, if you can.
You can't beat pure luck, I guess.
Holy cow.
He would have done 14 damage.
I think that's
the
enough.
gods were on his side.
That would have killed him. That would have killed him.
That would have killed me immediately. I have 12 hit points.
Oh my god.
Because his weapon's a 2d8 because of the size and make and model of it.
Wow.
He's he has 18 strength and he has a size bonus of 1.
Mhm.
So
I
Holy
needed
cow, that
under
is-
average damage.
8 and a
Holy
1.
cow.
It was an 8 and a 1 for damage roll.
Mm-hmm.
What would have happened
Did we see him?
is there would have been a split where he was if it hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Just would have been down for the count.
Wow. Yeah. So like, did we see him again?
You managed to run and get away. Yeah, he warped at like 30 feet, pretty much.
Oh, okay. So after a while of running, a really long while of running, very, very long while, we take a moment to probably take a break, and Tungsten has a lot of things to talk about.
You know, in hindsight, that was a really, really bad idea.
I wonder why.
Tungsten says, we need to enter an agreement. That's what he says.
I'll lift an eyebrow.
Like, as long as we are working together, we can't be attacking things unprovoked, if that's understandable. Like, this
I
could
think
be, this could
lesson
come
learned
back
from
to
that
us
one
today,
situation
or kill
alone.
us. That's what he
I
says.
mean,
That's all
I
he
mean,
said.
I mean, I definitely agree that was stupid, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. I won't go attacking any innocent townsfolk or anything. Don't worry about that.
Tungsten nods, but he's not really sure about Arbuckle at anymore at the moment. But he does say this: if they encounter a similar situation like this, he cannot promise to help in that situation because he doesn't want to get involved, and he hopes that he understands that.
Well, I mean, you made that pretty clear by running. So yeah, I didn't expect any help.
He says he'll defend you in the right situations, but because of his philosophical beliefs, he cannot help in certain situations, and he hopes he understands.
Are
He'll
you
accept
following
you
a
for your.
religion of some kind?
He says he says he's a monk, but like he just
Oh,
doesn't believe in doing certain things just out of his own heart, basically.
that makes sense.
Hmm. He says we can get along, just we can't stir trouble, he can't promise to protect you in some situations,
Well,
but
I'm
he'll
not
work
gonna
with
ask
you.
you to go back on your beliefs for me. I've known you for all of 5 days, so
I will say though, that was a shit show waiting to happen.
There was a
that was
5% chance of him surviving.
Welcome to
was
Murder
just
Hobo.
ah. I love it when things just work out.
Yeah,
he was
there's,
he was getting ready to split you. Like,
Yep, I could feel it in my bones. That was just.
I was honestly expecting the split.
It's
Oh my
dude,
god.
dude. I was 100% confident he was gonna miss.
you're
Same here.
you're banking on that.
Hey
I
man,
was banking on it too.
hey man,
I was like,
I'm not saying I needed to expend all of my luck for this session at once, but I needed to expend all of my luck for this session at once.
no arguments here.
Well,
that was amazing.
what's done is done.
Uh,
Ah, that was certainly eye-opening.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. Yeah, so Tungsten moves on, but he's feeling especially close with Leosin, worried if Leosin's gonna get hurt. But hopefully lessons were learned, and he's willing to work with people with different beliefs and all that. He's fine, but he's worried about like
In case you're wondering, he does have
encounters like this.
that creature did have 2 actions. He used his second action to swole up on you and strike. He was going for an
I
increase.
see.
He was going for an extra. He was going basically if his blade didn't get stuck in the ground, he would have ripped. He would have literally like fucking slashed again if it happened.
That's even lower chance. Let's see how low
The
that
critical
is.
fail.
Oops,
His weapon got stuck in the fucking ground. By the way.
Yeah, I needed a nat one, but I don't know, man. There was something about that specific encounter. I was feeling it.
let me see what chances
Just
that
feeling
is.
the fucking stars align.
0.25 chance.
Uh,
0.25.
Just feeling them
Not
stars
good.
align up just right.
but
That
yeah,
is a percent chance.
I mean, my life kind of sucks, but that was cool.
Oh yeah, that one was amazing. I'd never seen something like that.
I feel like that happens way too often with Greg.
It happens
It's
way
either
too
like
often with
it's
well,
either happens with
specifically
everyone
me in
else.
Greg's game. Whenever I make a serious character, my luck is the worst. Whenever like I really go in for the grind and I play carefully and everything, I get fucked over so hard by RNG. But whenever I just throw myself into danger repeatedly, like just really, really, really just catapult myself into danger. It just works out always. I have yet to have a
Amazing.
character that like the one character that I have had legitimately die in Greg's games, like technically just in like one random combat encounter, was when I was playing it really carefully and sort of just biding my time, earning money, getting my masteries, and sort of really just going on the grind. All my other characters have gotten into stupid shit like this and just kind of been able to shrug it off. It's
Now
horrible.
do it twice in a row.
Oh no, I'm
Tungsten
not.
would not
Hey man, I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy.
be happy.
Oh yeah, hey, maybe he'll be my friend. Let me go back and
Yeah,
say
tell you
hi.
go. Yes.
Yeah. Here's the thing I want to say. Tungsten is not going to go to that area. He's going to go off the road a little bit on the side, just a little tiny bit.
Mm.
I mean, would it be preferred to be in the woods if after fucking encountering a giant that would probably murder you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
you
sticking
Absolutely
to the
not.
road.
Oh,
I'm
you
sticking
meant
to the
take
road.
woods with the wolves, Greg.
No,
Yes,
not woods. I mean, like
You're
no, I
several
mean,
miles
no,
away
no,
from that now.
I got
I know you,
confused. What I
Greg.
mean,
I know you, Greg.
I got
Probably more.
confused. What I meant is a way around the woods. I don't care if I have to go far away. I want to go like very far
Oh,
away from that.
oh, instead of going through the woods, but why are we going through the woods anyways? No, we're just near some woods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
there's.
just moving.
I think
moving
You're in a
around
around
the
wooded
to
rest.
go
area.
around
The northern
that.
parts of Hydral are wooden. They're they're
Mhm.
wooded a lot.
But wait, why the fuck are we on this road? Aren't we going up this way?
You
We're
were
going to Pelton, remember, for the underground ruins.
Oh,
yes.
right. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know if we can make it there by dark, but if we can, we should probably set camp at this stream
Mhm.
or this river.
Yeah, he's not afraid of the night, basically. Too
No,
much.
but usually it's just nice to have a place with semi-clean water and shit. It's usually a
Meanwhile,
good place to
you
eat.
fear no man, but that giant scares you.
I want to see
Mhm.
how much of a heart attack I
Actually,
had. Let me
no.
see how much.
Actually, no. That meme fits best for the force slime because everyone struggles with the force slime for some reason.
Yeah, Arbuckle is just going to take a
I have
minute to
proof.
reinsert the shit from his pants back into his ass. And just sort of enjoy breathing for a second. Just like
Let's enjoy life after fucking almost losing it.
Tungsten is like not having a good time, but but at least he rolled pretty high in handling stress. It seems.
that whole thing about immortality seems more and more appealing.
Especially
He
when you.
says more. Tungsten just says immortality comes with its responsibilities, and that is not dying easily.
Oh, definitely. You have to get to the immortality. But
That's all he says about
it
that.
hadn't really sunk in until now. It hadn't.
He
I've
says like he says
spent
he can relate to that.
I've spent my life groveling over textbooks my entire life. All right, I've been studying.
Well, you've been studying the blade. He's been studying the book.
And the first time I really encountered anything dangerous was when I was captured by those bandits. And that it
We
seemed
don't
so
talk about that.
trifle, but this
We don't talk about that one.
is a completely different animal. Yeah, this is definitely giving Arbuckle some respect for the dangers of just, the world.
Tungsten says he'll let you do what you want, but as a party, we have to cooperate together for our goals. That's it.
Yeah, but fucking Arbuckle was a sheltered piece of shit until like 20 minutes ago.
That piece of shit was removed.
Yep.
The
No,
moment.
no, he's still a piece of shit. The sheltered was removed.
Now I'm saying the piece of shit was removed from him.
Yep, and now he's no longer sheltered.
Yeah, but
Basically
Tungsten
removed out of
just
sheer fear.
Tungsten says that he's fought some like very basic, like simple, mundane things, but that's the first time he's seen something like that.
Yeah,
and
mountain
he
giants are
hopes he never sees
scary.
it again.
They can really do a number on you
Yeah,
if
I
they
mean,
get a hit
Tungsten
in.
probably fought like a wolf or like a shark, but he hasn't fought that, and it's actually quite disturbing him a lot. He's
Yeah,
having anxiety over it.
yeah. Arbuckle has cast spells on training dummies. Like fuck.
This dude has never had an actual fight in his life.
No, he really hasn't. He's just a fucking magic student who's like, ooh, souls are cool. And then, he went into his first combat encounter and he just got to lap up souls like it was nobody's business and there was no real challenge.
And then
And
the
now
challenge
this-
came.
Yeah, so, he's definitely learned something this day. Some say Arbuckle's real wisdom grew 3 sizes that day.
This is a good.
So
This
I
is a
think
good
we move
encounter.
on, I think.
Yeah,
So
let's just. Do we encounter anything else before we set camp, Greg, or is that our encounter for the
God.
day?
I feel like that was enough encounters until you guys reached the river.
All right.
my
Yeah, let's set up camp, and I'm gonna,
Just
try
several
to
hours
sleep.
later. You managed to reach the bridge in the creek.
Alrighty.
And well, it's a
I
nice
have
creek.
severe nightmares. So many
Severe
nightmares.
nightmares.
So many nightmares.
Oh my gosh.
Just maximum nightmares.
Leon's
As if Eric Andre just started walking up to him going, nightmare, nightmare.
What does Leo say?
I said he sets up the 2-person tent.
Yeah, and Tungsten helps with it, basically. Implied things.
As if someone walked up to him and just started screaming nightmare.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'll take last watch.
I still love that fucking bit so much.
Sounds like a fair idea.
Potato nightmare, potato girl. Tomato bad nightmare. Nightmare tomato.
Anyway.
Rest time.
Yep, so you rest for a whole 8 hours, or at least until morning. So, given the fact that you guys were like at 5 p.m., it pretty much just took 12 whole hours just to dick around.
Let's see how hard it is for me to sleep. I guess wisdom. I'll just do wisdom.
Yeah, I'm not having a lot of sleep. I'm nightmaring.
I
I'll
lose
find-
like maybe 1 hour sleep, but I seem to fall asleep somehow.
I'll summon our Kench.
I
Leosin
can't
uses
choose.
his dexterity to help Tungsten.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What?
You like acrobat him into a comfortable sleeping position? I guess
I was
you
just
fucking
massaging
you
him.
like
I don't
you
know.
you
Yeah,
just
bro.
toss him up into the air like a
Yeah,
fucking
bro, fucking,
pancake.
I fold him like a pretzel to help him sleep better.
Alternative massage therapy, I guess.
That's how it works, bro. You gotta use your hands in special ways.
You can do so much with a body.
You never want to hear that coming from a necromancer at your kid's birthday party.
You never want to hear a necromancer at your kid's birthday party.
What if the necromancer is your uncle?
Then you disown that uncle. At least if you have
he
kids.
He just says, okay, kids, we're about to do an unboxing.
Like, can you just
Grab a
Hey,
shovel.
uncle.
Here's grandma.
Oh. And for my next trick, I'm gonna make grandma dance. Fuck.
It's so fucked.
Pulls up the fucking puppet string.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is
Uncle Arbuckle, Uncle Arbuckle.
man. PJ
why
just
is
missing
grandma
out here.
so green and why is your face falling off? Well, that's just what age will do to you, kiddo.
This is what happens when you have premarital sex.
Dude, I would be such a good fucking parent.
The only way to be a good parent is to not have kids in the first place.
Yeah.
Definitely agree with that. Alright.
Alrighty. So yeah, I guess we have our watches for the night and then sleep.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if I wake up with anxiety this morning. I guess I'll use my saving throw instead of my wisdom. I'll use my saving throw instead.
This might just be a good place to end. We've been playing for like, what, almost 3 hours?
Yeah, if you guys want to.
That sounds like a bad idea.
Okay.
We all have a lot to think about.
That is true.
Mostly me and my nightmares.
Especially
think
since
that's
you basically just had a
hyped on
near-death
nothing.
experience, pretty much.
No, my character hasn't done anything. He just saw that thing. He's like, yeah, no, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that.
Tungsten saw it.
Oh wait, actually,
thoroughly.
I could make stuff with the Calic leaves because apprentice is above novice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And don't I have that thing that lets me go one level higher?
Yeah, alchemy slot limit. That's the problem.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
it's just the alchemy slot limit.
That's your main issue here.
Where does it list it, or does it list the alchemy slots it takes on the ingredients?
Yes, it does.
But
Alrighty.
wait, but wait, if he's apprentice, he has 2 slots.
No, I don't have not apprentice.
He's
yet.
pseudo apprentice with some
He's called
skills.
Oh.
I have the capacity to make one thing above, but I don't have the slots for it.
Yes.
Mm, that's fair.
He could probably, in other words, he can make ingredients that are apprentice level.
Oh
So,
wait,
like,
are
he
we
basically can make
pretty
gun.
val-
pretty
Are
much
we
he can make
actually
gunpowder.
pretty well balanced in terms of our crafting skills?
Yeah.
In other words, he can make.
Like,
he
I'm
could
going
theoretically make
enchanting,
gunpowder.
You're
Pretty much.
going alchemy. Damn.
Yeah.
He's also going medicine.
We need someone to go engineering.
But yeah,
That's intelligent,
MK, you
right?
theoretically with your alchemy can make catalyst, like alchemical catalyst and like gunpowder and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
So you can actually make
Wait.
ingredients to make it for your potions if you need to.
Fucking.
Me and Leosin can go engineering. I would be a bad engineer. He can be a good engineer. I have +2.
So okay, so wait, I could make my own ingredients for alchemy.
There's some that you can make pretty much right now.
Well, the idea is you can turn some ingredients into better ingredients
Oh, okay.
because you need some things to make catalysts, and then
Yeah, you can make like
catalysts, and
balance
the
crystals and
catalysts
stuff.
Are what you need for high-end potions because it's stabilizing agents basically.
So at the right moment, you can make vitae crystals, balance crystals, gunpowder, alchemical fire, and alchemical catalyst. As like as just things you can just make that aren't potion related.
I mean, we survived the giant.
Yes.
I don't remember how that works in experience. I guess it means nothing.
A little bit. It's a little. It's
Oh,
like a
yes.
constellation prize.
His system changed a little bit.
I would've rewarded you a
we
bit
get
for-
near-death experience.
Okay, so if it has multiple components, that doesn't mean it takes slots. Slots are only if I'm making potions, not.
Yeah,
ingredients,
the
right?
slot system's only for potions,
Gotcha.
unless it's a special one. Special ones have their own fucking rules, because they don't fit the same criteria as a normal ingredient method.
How
Makes
much does
sense.
it cost to go up to apprentice again in DR?
2,500.
Oh, I could go up to apprentice in conjuration. Neat.
Oh, you still need to find a trainer and have him train you.
Yeah, you need someone who actually knows what the fuck they're doing in it.
Yeah, I'll look at that once I
Although
get.
an alchemist, an alchemist vendor does usually has adept or expert, so you could, if you find an actual alchemist, you could get trained in it.
Yeah, you just need the money.
And an actual alchemist.
I also just need one. Ah, fuck!
Did you pop your jaw?
No, I fucking scraped my teeth together.
I popped my
Wow.
jaw like yesterday and it fucking sucked. Felt that shit for like a minute.
Ouch.
So are you going to continue or are we stopping?
I
think
guess
we're
I'll
stopping.
stop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
just
personally
it's
fine with both ways because I'm not going to work today, so
it's just a short and sweet session for today.
Well,
I mean, it has definitely had a lot of substance, anyways. So it's not a
A
lot
lot
of
of-
combat, but definitely a lot of stuff that were
I
good.
mean,
Yeah.
I mean, we unified the party, so that's a
Mhm.
good thing. We got some
Yeah. we got everyone together.
we got a feel for each other. That
Felt-
feels
We
pretty
felt each
productive.
other. Some of us.
Let's say the
Mhm.
people that were actively here at some point. 1, 3, 4, 5.
Well, if we
Alright.
start earlier anyway, I guess it's fine.
Just 50. This is a very like uneventful for XP gain purposes,
Yeah.
but a lot of content for social purposes.
Mhm.
So
Definitely.
But not much. In reality, not much really got done.
cool,
No.
guys. We're finally in the thousands for experience now. Does everyone feel MLG Pro?
Yep.
How
I'd
about if you,
feel better if it was 1,420, but you know,
If you
what
guys-
can you do?
yeah, if you guys killed that fucking giant, you would have actually gotten a decent amount of XP.
We would have propelled so far.
Hey, nothing gained, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Nothing
Like-
ventured, nothing gained.
Here's the thing, for me the biggest issue is like there was no big reward for killing it besides having a corpse and
Yeah.
it following us.
Yeah, you do realize you have a necromancer.
Yeah, I have Raise Ghoul. I could literally buff it. I could
Well,
give it
yeah,
plus 2
I
strength.
get
You
it.
could make a
etc.
good fucking minion with that. It's a mountain giant.
And I have Conserve
Also
Undead,
something-
so I could maintain it forever. We could just
It's not a
fucking
good
have
mountain
him-
giant, but it is a mountain giant nonetheless.
What do you mean? There are no, like, Raise Ghoul, compared to Raise Dead, is essentially, there are almost no downsides, and you buff its strength. So it would be a 20 strength mountain giant that does as we say.
That's because
basically.
ghouls have unnatural strength. That's why it gets the strength bonus.
Yeah, it would have been straight up nutty. It would have been like having more than an extra party member. It would be like having
Also,
an extra
like-
party.
But considering it's a higher
Something to
CR than
know-
us, then yes, it would.
Something to know is Tungsten wouldn't have fought that thing because he has even though he's like neutral aligned, he has a lot of compassion. His neutral components comes from being passive. He's a very passive person.
Mm.
For me, it was more
He
like
lets people.
if he attacked us first, that would have been different.
Yeah, and he's fine. And
Like,
also he
I'm-
lets other people do things as long as he's not involved in it. Basically, he's very passive
Yeah,
about it.
I am not blaming any of you for just being like, fuck this.
For being like, basically.
Yeah, I have the utmost respect for you guys just going, what the fuck? And just running away. No hard feelings.
That's a proper
whatsoever.
response for dealing with a mountain
Yeah,
giant.
that was the right move. I'm not even going to dispute that.
Especially
whatsoever.
since you're not actual like you're only level 3.
Mhm.
And also, we don't know each other that well yet. Like, if we'd been, traveling together for years, it would have been like a bit, what the fuck, man? Stick up for me, even though I'm an idiot. But you
if
guys
it
have
was-
just met me, so
Yeah, if it was like the bird guy doing it, I was like, okay, fuck, I'll eat him. But you, it's like, oh god, you're just gonna be in trouble.
Like that's a you problem now. That's
mm.
And if I tried to block for the hit, then I look like the bad guy, and yeah,
but yeah, this is
it just wouldn't be good.
I'm just gonna keep the stream going for a bit. It's just basically post game chat at this point.
So how much XP did we get total?
Like 50. You guys didn't do
each.
much.
It's
Besides-
50 each,
50.
Yes.
undivided 50.
Oh shit, that's both participation and fucking
You didn't kill it.
No, we fled it.
Yeah,
I think
you
what
got a
David
consolation prize for
saying
kill.
Did we get any XP for DRP, for example?
I don't
Hmm.
really. Well, that was just social interaction. That was
Well, yeah,
you didn't
that's
really do
just
it.
as
You didn't
important
get.
as combat.
Fair
You didn't
enough.
learn
I don't
anything
really
from
care.
it.
Mm.
It's not like you talked your way out of a fucking like getting arrested or some shit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that was indeed just getting to know URP as opposed to like.
Yeah, that's just
progressing
that's
plot
just
RP.
the adventuring party getting prepared to be an adventuring party.
Hey man, we looked at a
respect that.
leaderboard and we went for a walk.
Gregory,
That
you need
seems
to
pretty
you
dope.
need to give me your Switch code.
Oh yeah, I need to see if my think tank actually is charged at or not. At least for 5% charge, at least.
Okay, I'm gonna
Hmm.
piss. BRB.
And I will end the stream now since we're done.
All right.
So, I'll do more of these at one point. We'll just have to hopefully we can get a longer one next time.
So I'm gonna go. See you guys.
Okay.
See
Yeah,
ya.
absolutely. I hope we can get a longer session next time.
All right. Yeah.
I think
For
that
anyone who's
natural
watching,
one was amazing.
yeah, that was perfect.
And hopefully I won't be absolutely mentally battered, so I make
Mhm.
bad decisions.
So, anyone who's watching, this is a weekly thing. So, come back next Friday if you want to see more.